prepared. Oh, sorry. Cheers.
Whoops. Oh, cut my lip a little bit. Ooh. Welcome back to another Welcome back to another fantabulous episode of Two Drunk Guys in Football Podcast. I'm your co-host Marcus the Hammer Mary.
And I'm a skinny domestic.
We have a wonderful guest on today, Chris. How's it going?
No, it's going great. Thanks for having me.
You got a nickname? Chris? Just Chris?
Topher.
Topher? All right.
Topher? What's Topher? Yep. Now you got to explain it.
Topher, the second part of my name. Chris Topher.
Chris Topher. Oh, Chris Topher. Oh, god damn, dude.
Yep, and that's my license plate too. CRZ24. Chris 24.
Chris Topher.
Solid. All right. Well, thanks for being on. I know you're friends, whatever, coworkers with Marcus, friends. I don't know exactly. Marcus doesn't tell me these things all the time. He just says he's a Bears fan. Be prepared. You know, that's all I get. You know, like I get the simple stuff when Marcus brings on people that I don't know. Oh my goodness, I fucking spilled all over.
So Chris's wife and Brooke work together.
Okay, there you go. There you go. All right.
So and then we met and then we talked. He said he was a Bears fan, and I was like, I'm a Vikings fan. We started talking shit. So
that's exactly how it happened.
That's how it should be. That's how men build relationships, and that's what I love.
Damn right.
Good episode this week. We got news, of course, a bunch of news actually, like a fuck ton of news. College football championship games, our team's highlights, bad betting, and then of course, you know, with our guest, we will dive into him a little bit of fantasy talk in terms of. It's the playoffs for most leagues. I know some leagues do it weird and start in week 14, which is wrong. But the playoffs for the most teams, most leagues, and then of course our pick'ems. So Marcus, why don't you get us started with news? Because I know you have probably 3 things.
Damn right I do. First thing is Phillip Rivers signs with the Colts practice squad, dude. He's back. Football is back, baby. After to piggyback to that, Daniel Jones out for the rest of the season. Achilles there. Some might say it was the opposite leg. Was it him overcompensating for his fucking broken leg? Maybe, but too bad for Daniel Jones. It was a really good year for him. If he wouldn't have gotten hurt, it might affect his money a little bit, but he's probably going to get paid decent from the Colts. But it is fun as fuck. I'm so excited to see Phillip Rivers, dude. I don't know if this is going to go good or bad, but it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, I watched a couple of things earlier. One, they don't know if they're going to play him yet. They said we'll see. I don't know what that means. And then 2, I guess he was working out with Drake May in the offseason, and Drake May was saying he was beating him, like Phillip Rivers was beating Drake May in competition still. So Phillip Rivers can still sling the ball a little bit, yeah. So if Drake May is playing at this level, Phillip Rivers may not be as mobile as he used to, even though he wasn't that mobile, but might be able to still sling it around. So if you're worried about the pass catchers on this team, you might not have to be too worried if hearing stories like that, especially from guys like Drake May, who are playing at the level they are this year, saying that a 44-year-old man is beating them in some passing competitions. Now, it's not live defense or anything, but gives you a little bit of hope.
I mean, dude's an Iron Man, too. I mean, I don't know if you remember that game. I think it was a playoff game where he played with a torn ACL.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's tough. He probably just wants to get away from all 25 of his kids.
His oldest kid's older than Riley Leonard, the Colts' other quarterback.
Really? So I want to ask you guys both this, and Chris, feel free to chime in whenever. He is the second grandfather in the NFL. Do you know who the first one was?
Brett Favre.
Damn, dude. How'd you know? You heard that stat, didn't you?
No, I vaguely remember the original stat line when he came back to play, and he had become a grandpa. So yeah, he's number 2. He looked good. He looked good in his presser. Like he wasn't out of shape, at least what you can see from the podium.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I think
definitely.
Rivers. I think people are like, that's crazy. I think that's cool, dude. Like, bring it back. I kind of like the old guys because honestly, some of these new quarterbacks, they just don't have the feel of some of the older ones. Even like the ones that you wanted to hate, like Big Ben was a fucking Iron Man, dude. And I don't know if that's nostalgia or if that's just like, I don't know, like these guys were legit professionals doing crazy shit, and the NFL's kind of got to like, I don't know, the young running quarterbacks that just don't aren't precise as some of these guys.
And they
Like,
don't sling it like they used to. Like you had
no, they
those
don't.
guys, you had 10 to 15 guys that just sling the fuck out of the ball, and now you get maybe 5 a season where they're like actually truly slinging it around. Like Jameis is probably like the last main like
Gunslingers.
true
Yeah.
gunslinger. After that, you're looking at guys like Baker that can do it, but it's not anything close to what Jameis is putting up.
No. It is weird how the NFL's transitioned to the mobile quarterbacks, and even Jameis runs a lot. But like Big Ben, even though he was like mobile in the pocket, he never really ran that much that I ever remember in some of these guys. But it just, yeah, you're right. It is kind of the end of an era because all these quarterbacks, dude, they're kind of like crazy. But
Yeah, I'm excited to see though how long that lasts. I think you've already started to see it since they kind of took over. You got rid of the kind of standard pocket passer, and now you're moving into the mobile, and you see a lot of the issues now with mobile quarterbacks and the injuries just don't last.
oh yeah,
So, I mean, it'll be excited to see. I think at one point that breed of quarterback will start to come back of stand in the pocket and just throw it a million miles an hour. I mean, I would say, another closed version is, and I hate this JJ. Like he's got an arm on him, and I think that we've seen so far that hurts him a little bit. Where he's just got so much power. Just he's got to put touch on it.
yeah, that's true. JJ McCarthy, dude, number 9, dude. He's a winner, Skitty. I know you can't take that, but he's a winner. But yeah, I don't know. I agree. Like I mean, look at Jaden Daniels. Like I think Jaden Daniels
Exactly.
is a
That's kind of who
fantastic
I was
quarterback.
referencing. Like
Yeah,
at
and
some
like
point, you get these franchise quarterbacks, and if they're hurt and not available, then you don't have a franchise quarterback.
yeah. Well, same thing. But think about Joe Burrow, who's like mobile, but he's decently athletic, but he sits in the pocket. He gets hurt, but I don't know. It's interesting. It'll be interesting to see how the NFL continues to evolve because it is like I don't know if you've noticed it. Remember, like 3 to 5 years ago, we would just have everyone like the Chiefs were just throwing it down everyone's neck, and everyone started switching up their defenses because NFL adapts. Like, and Patrick Mahomes was like on the short list of people were talking about he's going to surpass Brady. Like how it's crazy all the things he's doing. He's slowed down so much. Like he
Yeah.
still is a good quarterback. He's just not the same as he was. I wonder how it will continue to develop. The same thing with running backs. Like if I was in the NFL right now with how little these linebackers and DBs are, and they're all running like 4.3s, I would love to have someone like Derrick Henry's size. Because that's why Derrick Henry, I think, can still play because he's just running over these small linebackers and small DBs and even small defensive linemen.
Yeah, it's speed,
But
speed and agility. As long as you can be fast and make a tackle. Hey, Emmanuel Forbes, 100, and I guess he's up to like 170, 180 now, but
dude, he's 180, dude. That's why he's playing so good, though. But 165 coming in the league, are you kidding me, though?
yeah,
I said that from the get go. There's no way he's going to be able to play corner in the NFL. And he didn't. And then he goes to the Rams and he's great. So I don't know. He gained 20 pounds, so doesn't count. But next thing is Trey Benson out for the remainder of the season. They're not bringing him back, it sounds like. So
which I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Your season's done for. Don't risk anything. Or he was injured.
uh
His rookie season. It got injured this year. Just let him be. Let him fully
to me,
recover.
that makes me think that he's probably going to be the number one back going into next year.
Well, I would. He was the number one
Or
back coming into this year anyway. Like he. There's no. To me, I don't even think you got to worry about it. It's just the season's done for. We have nothing. It's not like the Bengals where the Bengals were like, "Ooh, let's bring Joe Burrow back. We might be able to win our division." It's done. The cards are done. same with K1. He's not returning for the season. They're saying his toe injury and all this is way worse than it is.
He's never gonna play as a Cardinal again.
Yeah, even if they bring him back next year, you got to protect him. Don't risk another injury when your season's done.
You think K1 goes to Minnesota?
I'd fucking laugh.
Dude, I'd be so fucking pissed, dude. If we have to get a quarterback, a bridge quarterback, for the love of God, make it like Mac Jones, dude. Make it someone crazy. Give me fucking Jameis, dude. I'd fucking be so happy with Jameis. Our team would suck, but we'd throw like JJ would have like 2,000 yards receiving, no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
Uh,
You got any more
What
news?
else? No, skinny. That's
Okay.
all. That's all the news that matters.
All right, Jane Daniels is officially ruled out for this upcoming week because Commanders continue to ruin franchise quarterbacks and get them injured. So at this point, just leave them. The season's over at this rate. Just
I can't believe they even brought him back.
They should have left him on the shelf. I mean,
Yeah.
your year's over. Like,
how many
why
more
risk?
quarterbacks do they have to ruin? All right, how many more?
Yeah.
Travarius Ward on IR for I believe it's his second concussion of the year. So, Colts lose your quarterback, lose your starting DB now. That team was potentially going to be a playoff team, and shit might hit the fan a lot faster for them than they think. Philip Rivers might bring some life in them, but that defense getting heavily impacted with him out. Sauce Gardner, I know, was battling an injury too. He left the game, I think, last week.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's going to be toss up, especially if you're letting Trevor Lawrence and the Jags, who they've had their moments this season, but they weren't. To me, I picked them to win, but
They have a hard matchup too because they have the Chiefs, and I think the Chiefs are technically not eliminated.
No, they play the Seahawks this week.
Oh, I thought they played the Chiefs, or was that last? No, who'd they play? Who plays the Chiefs?
Kansas City plays the Chargers.
Oh, that's who plays them. Never mind.
I think they play the Chiefs next week, not this week, but next week. They have a tough schedule of lineup of stuff.
Yeah, I mean the Seahawks defense has played fantastic too. So
yeah,
and for a team that wants to run the ball and win that way, it's gonna be rough sledding.
Big news for the Bucks: Mike Evans and Jalen McMillan are taken off IR and available to play Thursday night. So fantasy, if you got Igbuka Irving, could be impacted a little bit now that you're bringing in McMillan. Wasn't a bad receiver for him. Mike Evans is their guy. Who knows? Maybe Baker's like, Mike Evans, we're going to get you 700 yards in like 5 games, all right? We're going to get you that 1,000 to keep the streak alive. But that's big for the Bucks. Their offense is big, especially after just getting beat by the Saints.
Dude, did you watch that game?
Yes. Igbuka had that big drop at the end too, and they need some other life besides Irving and Igbuka or whoever was at running back.
So, I love me some Igbuka. 7 out of the last 8 fantasy weeks, he's been under 10 points. It's been rough sledding, dude. I've been crying in the corner. All my fantasy teams. So hot. He was a pocket player, though. You know what I mean? Where, like, you get into fantasy football and you have players that are so fucking hot for, like, a period of the season, and they just fizzle out. He totally was that this year, which was nice in the beginning, but sucks now.
What did he have in the beginning? Mike Evans on the other side of him.
Godwin was in now. Yeah, I agree.
Could open back up now that, especially 2 of their guys. I mean, McMillan, again, was played pretty well for him, too. Brian Branch for the Lions, torn Achilles. More injuries on the defensive end, defensive backside for the Lions.
That's terrible for them.
I think over the last year they led the league in injuries and like people leaving games. This year I think they do it again. What the fuck is going on in that strength and conditioning room? Your medical staff. I think we need to start looking into that and maybe get some new people because this is not good.
Hey, we need to give a shout out to Amon-Ra St. Brown. After last week's performance, literally having a high ankle sprain, and like they're talking about missing weeks and weeks and weeks, comes out, looked really good and played hard as shit. So I was really impressed. I did not think he would play last week.
He said in the podcast he said he was going to be out, and then he comes out and he does what he does. That was
He said he was going to be out.
Yeah.
He was going to
said
play.
it without saying it. So his brother asked him, and he's like, "Yeah, probably not, but we'll see what happens." And then kind of everybody in the media said he was out, and then he just puts up the monster game he did.
Yeah, he's a tough fucking player, dude.
JJ
He
McCarthy should take notes.
Leave JJ alone, dude. You couldn't handle number 9, dude.
7 days and comes and plays with a high ankle sprain. JJ McCarthy misses 5 games in 7 weeks. More injuries. Zach Ertz tears his ACL. I think his career is done. I
agree. I said that right after that happened. I said he's done with football. I mean, his age, it was a bad tear too.
Yeah, and
Hall of Famer.
No,
unfortunately, you don't think so?
Nope.
I think he's cusp. Like I think
if he got in, it would be like very, very late in terms of his eligibility of
yeah.
No,
I don't see it now.
He's got
really.
The ring.
I'm kind of surprised.
He's got the ring. I know he's got the receptions, but it's the yardage and I think having missing a season of injury and kind of bouncing around. He had that down seat. He didn't do well with the Cardinals. Stuff like that.
I think he did do good with the Cardinals, though, didn't he?
I think he had one really bad year.
Yeah, God, he's 2 seasons away from it, dude. He really, really is.
But you think he's 30, 35? Like, we share the same birthday. That's neat.
I mean, 55 touchdowns isn't great for a tight end, but 8,700 yards. I think if he had that 10K yards, I think it's sure in.
Different conversation.
Yeah, but I think so.
Well,
if you gave him 2 seasons, he might be close, but.
Well, yeah, and he averages over 10 yards per reception. He's got 825 reception in his career. I think the other one too is, I mean, his first 2 years he only started 3 and 5 games. That's that impacts it, and then getting hurt with Philadelphia because he was it an ACL tear?
Who was he? He was behind Brett Selleck, right?
Yeah.
That's a fucking name out of the hat, though. Skin. You got to give me some credit for name dropping Brett Selleck on the podcast.
Well, I hear his name quite often, being an Eagles fan, and like.
Still to this day, who the fuck talks about Brett Selleck?
Jason Kelsey played with him, and they're like, I think Brett Selleck has a bar in Philly, so like they talk about his bar and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think Zach Ertz is done. I think it's time to hang it up, sign the contract with the Eagles, retire an Eagle. We're gonna love him. We're gonna probably retire his jersey type shit. But move on. Another injury: Chiefs left tackle Wanya Morris, a season-ending knee injury. Chiefs can't get any help there.
Can't catch a break.
Oh, what a shocker! Another injury. Trey Hendrickson, core muscle surgery, so he'll be out for 6 weeks. Which basically means he's done for the season.
Glad he held out.
Yeah, glad he held out, yeah.
Well, he got hurt. They said he got hurt like early in the season. Kept playing.
I think it was the second game he got hurt.
Yeah. Then he kept playing in hopes that, people would come back and they could make a playoff run, and now that it's not going to happen. After that Bills loss, I think he's like, all right, we're done.
Terrible Bills loss, too. Terrible Bills loss.
He's set to become a free agent. So,
yeah,
could impact there. Bucks signed Jason.
He's going to become Are you fucking kidding me?
To the practice squad for now. Like Phillip Rivers is on the practice squad, so.
Why is he still in the league, dude?
I don't know. I saw the funniest comment. It was like, they didn't sign Jason Pierre-Paul. They signed 99.97% of him or something. Those figures. Oh, dude. Man. Yeah, I don't know.
What is this, like 2015 NFL again, dude?
He hasn't played since like 2022 or some shit. Like, it's been a couple
I know.
years.
What the fuck? Dude, would you just shit if like someone like, I don't know, a poverty franchise signed Andrew Luck or something crazy like that? Like, he's like, I don't want to be an architect.
There's no way Andrew Luck is coming out of retirement.
What if Big Ben comes back next year, dude? Dude, I want it. Just keep coming, dude. It makes it crazy. Fuck it.
I think one of the reason why Philip Rivers kind of wants to do this too is think about the Hall of Fame classes that are going to be eligible soon at quarterback and people coming out of that. He's a fringe Hall of Famer in terms of
Andrew
where we're at.
Luck? No
No,
way.
Philip
No
Rivers.
way.
Philip Rivers.
Oh.
Like he might be able to get in, but the classes that he'd be in are kind of some elite strong classes. So him coming out and playing a game, his eligibility restarts. Who's retired over the last couple of years that
That's fair. That is fair. But
like there's gonna be
I
some
don't
elite Hall
know.
of Fame classes that he might be able to snag himself his way in.
I think he eventually gets in.
Because like guys coming up soon are like Eli, Big Ben, like those. You're gonna be like, oh, those quarterbacks. Yeah, we want those quarterbacks in, not Philip Rivers. Well, if Philip Rivers pushes it off, it's like, all right, well, I'm the
Eli
only guy.
Manning will be the literal worst quarterback in NFL history to be a Hall of Famer.
No,
Oh
I
yeah,
disagree
he
with
will.
that.
I 100% think that. Eli Manning is so like if you look at the numbers, terrible. But if you look at the clutch moments, you can't tell the story of the NFL without Eli Manning. That's why I think he's a Hall of Famer. But when you
playoff,
look at his quarterback play,
playoff, and clutchness is a gene that is gonna hold far more weight than if you could throw the ball for 5,000 yards for a season. If you're gonna pull
dude,
out the shit that he did in his career, I'm gonna take that over. Oh, you threw
if you
two
look at
seasons of
his
5,000
numbers,
yards.
if you look at his numbers and you just based off his numbers, not the Super Bowl runs, not anything like that, Eli Manning is an average quarterback.
Well, yeah,
And I stand hardcore on
but
that.
the only thing that,
He,
but it's not just about the stats. It's about the what did you do when you were
he
in.
is a Hall of Famer and deservedly so. But he is a Hall of Famer because he beat the greatest dynasty in football twice. In was a by far the underdogs twice. I remember watching. I didn't watch the one. I didn't watch football then. The first one was he beat the 16-0 Patriots. But I did watch the Mario Manningham one, and they were not supposed to win that game at all, and it was fucking insane. And it's just like Eli Manning he's just got that dog in him. But
He does.
I mean, Philip Rivers by far was a better quarterback than Eli Manning. So
I can't disagree. Real quick, Sutton or Myers PPR, and then are you gonna play Hertz or May? Uh, well,
give me Jacoby Myers first of all
yeah. Well,
over Sutton. Dude, I don't know. Jacoby's been hot.
yeah, but he's only getting like I think he had like 3 targets last. Like it wasn't an insane amount of targets that he got.
Who the Bucks or who the Broncos play?
So
I don't know.
Jacksonville plays the Jets. I guess there's nobody to guard him on the Jets. And then Denver plays
The Packers, I
the
think, because I
Packers.
remember
Yeah,
that's a rough matchup.
yeah, go with Myers. I guess I can agree with that because the Jets don't have anybody. And then Hurts or May,
May,
play May.
May.
I know the Raiders are bust cheeks, but
Hurts is gonna hurt your fantasy playoffs. Is
they
what
play
he's gonna do.
Buffalo. It's going to be a battle, especially after beating Buffalo already. Buffalo's going to look for a battle. He's going to have to sling it. That offense for the Philadelphia, we'll talk later, but I just avoid Eagles offense right now. All right. And then a bunch of college news. Michigan fired Sherrod Moore as head coach, which I figured was going to happen eventually because they just needed a filler for Harbaugh. I guess NFL too. NFL is moving from 10-minute to 8 minutes for NFL first round. So the draft will be 2 minutes per pick, a little bit quicker now.
That's good, dude.
So instead of ending at like 10:45, it'll end at like 10.
That'll save us on the Friday or the
the
Fridays.
next day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't go through a whole case again. Matt Campbell is leaving Iowa State to head to Penn State, making $8 million a year with $70 million guaranteed.
Damn, dude. Iowa State's going to suck
Fuck
ass
Matt
again.
Campbell. Fuck Matt
He's
Campbell.
going to suck
I am
ass
an Iowa
again.
State fan, and fuck Matt Campbell. You could have left
He's,
for numerous NFL jobs. You could have went to USC. You could have went to Ohio State, and you turned all those down, preaching loyalty and culture and building a program and all this. And then you leave us for fucking Penn State. Fuck you. I would have rather seen you go to Ohio State. And I would have been like, all right, whatever. Still would have been pissed. But fuck you, preaching this loyalty bullshit and just goes
Dude,
with my
Yeah,
knees.
I thought his speech was quite scripted. Kind of that's what was going around, is that the press team wrote his speech on the bus on the way there. I don't know if it's right fit. I think the thing with him, he was 18-27 against ranked teams, not in the Big 12 in his career, and now you're going to have to go and play like the Ohio States of the Big Ten
Michigan,
multiple times a year.
Yeah.
Michigan, like, to me, there's a hell of a lot of difference in the pressure from playing like the Big 12 or the Big 10. I don't know if it's going to last, but I agree, though. I think he had some really big jobs that he passed up, and then to go and take the Penn State job, it's like, really? Like, that's the one you left for? Like,
Yep.
Seriously?
And what did Penn State gain? They got a guy that James Franklin. He's basically like James Franklin. You can't fucking beat winning teams worth of shit ever.
Yep.
And I don't know. It's a money grab. I get it, but it's annoying. So we signed Jimmy Rogers. Iowa State signs Jimmy Rogers to a 6-year deal. He's only making like $3 million a year, so I guess it saves him money. I love his one of his press conferences. He's like, yeah, we're going to a 4-front defense instead of the 3-front that they were running with Grable. He's like, time to get some defensive tackles. So if you know some defensive tackles, start heading to Iowa State because they're going to need them. It's going to be weird seeing that like defense go to a 4-front instead of that 3-front after all these years. Super weird.
I think back to the Michigan thing. What I saw, though, he was fired for cause too.
Really?
So inappropriate relations with a staff member is why he was let go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't dive into that. I just saw he was fired, and I was like, well, I guess I could see it because you kind of just needed a fill-in for a little bit, but.
Well, that's what I thought too. But I'm like, end of the year is here, but supposedly the director came out and said it was inappropriate relations with a junior staff member. Yep.
Can't do that, man. Can't do that.
Some grad student was getting her cheeks clapped.
Urban Meyer can do it.
Yeah, exactly. So with that, Notre Dame, Kansas State, and Iowa State are people that have declined bowl games. The Big Ten is fining Iowa State and Kansas State $500,000 for not participating, which...
You can decline bowl games?
Yeah, you can opt out.
Really?
Which I think it's bullshit that they're getting fined. You just lost your head coach. You've had all these.
What are you supposed to do?
Yeah, you've had all these injuries throughout the season. Notre Dame is a little bit more like, okay, stop being a little bitches. I get it. Stop being bitches that you get in the college football playoff. But like Iowa State, you literally lost your head coach. You have had injuries all season. You don't know what the fuck is about to happen. Why? Why go to a bowl? 500K is an insane number too, but whatever. Iowa will be playing Vanderbilt at the Relea Quest Bowl on December 31st down in Florida. So, Florida, get those Busch Light kegs ready. Should we go, Marcus? Should we just go drink all the Busch Light down in Florida?
Teach them how to drink in Florida, dude.
Heisman finalists are Jeremiah Love, Fernando Mendoza, and Julian Sand and Diego Pavia. At this rate, this is probably one of the weakest Heisman classes I've ever seen. Fernando Mendoza's probably going to win it because Indiana went undefeated, beat Julian Sand, but I think Diego Pavia should really deserve it. That man took Vandy and turned him into almost a college football playoff team. Plus, not only does he have roughly the same stats in passing, He's got almost like 900 yards rushing, like 900 yards rushing and touchdowns. Um, but it's going to go to Fernando Mendoza based off of the team success, not just the player success. And Jeremiah Love, if Genty didn't win it, he's not going to win it. Even though I love Jeremiah Love.
You do love you some Jeremiah Love.
Dude, I am hoping for a good solid pick and he comes to the league. Coming to the league. And then
You're going to draft him everywhere.
Oh, dude, I'll fucking find a way. He's going to end up on like the Bears or something, which the way the run game was, it's not going to complain. Or even the Cowboys. I don't know. College football playoff final bracket. Number 1 is Indiana. Number 2 is Ohio State, which I think is bullshit. Ohio State should have fell even more. Because Georgia lost their championship game and went from 1-6. Or was it Bama? Bama? I don't know. One of them. Dropped from 1-6, but you're going to let them drop 1? Bullshit. Georgia's 3. Texas Tech is 4. 5 is Oregon. 6 is Ole Miss. 7 is Texas A&M. 8 is Oklahoma. 9 is Alabama. 10 is Miami. 11 is Tulane. And 12 is JMU. Can't wait for the JMU upset over Oregon. That's going to be fun to watch, guys. And Tulane just destroying Ole Miss, which...
Wait, so I'm confused. Can you explain it to me? I thought it's the winner of the conference.
It's the top 5 highest rated conference winners.
Yeah, but Miami wasn't in the conference championship, were
but
they?
Miami was ranked close enough to be in the already ranked anyway. So
how is Duke not in it? Because didn't Duke win the conference?
Yeah, but they're not ranked. Tulane and JMU were top 25 teams. Duke was not. And the only
even if they didn't do that though, Skinny, isn't it like the winner of is that not a conference that matters? The SEC, if you win the SEC,
they changed it. They changed it when they moved to 12.
Oh, it's not like that now?
No, it's not the top. It's not the 4 automatic in the 5th. So it's the top 5 highest conference championship winners. So if Virginia would have won, they would have been in, but because they were ranked. But because Duke won, ACC. The only reason why I 100% believe the only reason why Miami got in was because the ACC was going to get fucked and not have somebody be representing them in the college football playoffs and would have lost out millions of dollars. So the college football committee was like, well, if Virginia would have won, Miami's not in.
Damn it, Virginia, dude! I was so pissed.
That's it. If because Virginia lost, the college football committee was like, we have to get an ACC team in, and Miami was right on the verge of getting in, so they put them in. And I'm a full believer that if you're in the conference championship and you're ranked within the top 11 to 12 and you lose, should not be impacted by that loss. Unless it's like you're a 1 seed losing to a 20 seed, that'd be a little bit different of a story. But like Bama losing to Georgia, not that big of a deal for me. BYU even losing to Texas Tech should have not been that big of a deal. Since everybody else gets to not play a week and be dormant, you shouldn't be impacted for making your conference championship game.
For shizzles.
All right. Speaking of conference championship games, number 20 Tulane defeats 24 North Texas 34-21 for the American Championship. Did not see that coming. North Texas looked good, and Tulane beat them down.
Terrible, dude.
Marcus
Tulane's been kind of a powerhouse.
I have only watched Virginia football all season. I don't know what the fuck. Who's Tulane? Where is Tulane?
I do, dude. I played some college football, dude. I brought North Texas from what are they in the MAC or the U.S. Conference or
the American Championship? Just an American Championship, and you're like, which one are they?
I literally took them from the American Conference to the SEC, and we're beating Bama, dude. We're fine. North Texas is a powerhouse, dude.
Number 2, Indy defeats number 1 OSU 13-10. That was a solid game. A lot of defense, a lot of back and forth. The OSU kicker missed the tying field goal. Probably not getting any punani on the campus now because of that. Number 3, Georgia defeats number 9 Bama 28-7. Bama finished with that game with -3 rushing yards.
It's blitz, Bama blitz, dude.
Well, what's crazy is Bama beat Georgia earlier in their season, so it's just wild to see how much that flipped in a matter of 13 weeks. Number 4, Texas Tech defeats 11 BYU 34-7. Fuck BYU. And then lastly, but not leastly, Duke upsets number 17 Virginia 27-20 in overtime.
Hurts, dude. Hurts. I did not get to watch the game, to be fair. But
Dude, when I saw it was going to overtime, I was like, Virginia might
They're-
fucking pull
they're
this shit
going?
off. I was like, they're gonna fucking pull this shit off in overtime because that's what they fucking do in overtime. They were undefeated
Yeah,
coming into the season in overtime. It's insane. And then Morris throws a terrible pick.
all good things come to an end, Skinny. What can you do, man? It was fun while it lasted.
I don't think Virginia is gonna be doing what they did this year again. So I hope you
Why
enjoyed
not?
it. I hope you enjoyed it.
I well, dude.
And then NFL news: Vikings 31, Commanders 0. Jaden Daniels gets hurt and left the game.
Number 9, dude.
Okay, we talked about this earlier.
Number 9.
180
dude.
yards and you win the game. How much did he really do?
No. 3 touchdowns? Skinny.
Oh no, your defense won you that
Skinny.
game, dude. Your
Wait.
defense won you that game. Your defense did it all, man. Your
Wait,
defense is so
wait,
good. They
Skinny.
did it all. They shut out the
Skinny.
Commanders. Oh man, you didn't need number
Skinny.
9.
Isn't that 3 more touchdowns than Jalen Hurts threw this week? Wait,
You coulda-
and 5 less turnovers, Skinny?
You could have.
The man basically broke a record. Go on.
You could.
No, dude, you can't handle number 9.
You could have thrown any quarterback in that system last week, and they would have won the game.
Skinny. My actual team went 0-0. They didn't win. They didn't lose because they're on a bye week. Big Patriots guy, dude. Let's go, Drake May.
You're fuck. Hey,
What's the next game?
Hey, perfect for the Vikings. They needed it. They needed it. Oh
It was
shit!
the most Minnesota Vikings win. What?
I just opened ESPN. The Michigan coach just got detained by police after he got fired.
What?
What did he do, dude?
Cause
It's like-
immediately following the course more engaged in an appropriate relationship with staff. It's a clear violation, and you have maintained zero tolerance. It says something. It doesn't say what they're charging him with, but it says and was later turned over to a second area police department for investigation into potential charges. It doesn't say what the charges are for.
Weird. Wasn't it the NBA coach that just got arrested this year for something? Or was it a college football coach? I just heard something not that long ago. It was this year on the radio of some coach getting arrested for like some gambling.
Yeah, him and a few of the players
yeah.
were basically rigging games.
In basketball or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it goes back years.
You can go. I loved after that happened. They were going and looking at like people on X. They find every fucking thing.
Yeah.
There's like videos of like Terry Rozier like just turning the ball over to turn the ball over type shit, and it's like this motherfucker was definitely betting the under this game.
There's always in the last 2 minutes or something.
Yeah.
He'd be just making these ridiculous plays.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And then Michael Porter Jr.'s brother was involved in gambling stuff, and he'd go in and like just chuck terrible shots and purposely miss, and like people were betting the unders on all his shit, or he'd play for a little bit and then play long enough to terms of like like sports betting, some apps, like if they get hurt in the first quarter or whatever, some bullshit, you get your money back. He'd play long enough so those would get voided, so you were over the time period, and then he wouldn't play anymore, or like fake an injury.
Jesus.
So yeah, people some sports players were getting into some shady shit. Shady shit. All right. The sad one, at least for me. Eagles 19, 22 Chargers in overtime. Jalen Hurts had 5 picks.
4 picks, 5 turnovers. He threw a pick. The defender fumbled it. He picked it up, and then he fumbled it again.
All you had to do was grab the ball, go down. We get a 1st and 10 again. I don't know what he was doing there. Our defense played amazing. It helps when the Chargers' offensive line's truly beat up. Didn't have Jalen Carter, which probably would have been even worse for the Chargers' offense. But it's the worst game Jalen Hurts has had in his career now. And with the type of player that he is, I just got to hope that he bounces back from it and continues. I mean, there were moments where we had the opportunity to take control of the game. A.J. Brown tipped the pass, and then it became an interception. A.J. Brown dropped the ball in the end zone. We throw a touchdown pass, but it's called back for a holding call. Plays like that, not only was Hurts playing bad, but plays like that, you beat yourselves, right? Flags on key plays, big plays. And we didn't really run the ball any well besides Saquon having that one big play where everybody thought we were doing the tush push. I mean, after that, his numbers weren't that great for what he was doing. So the offense overall still needs to get fucking figured out. But Jalen Hurts had his worst game. And it sucks to see, but they got to bounce back.
The most overrated quarterback in the NFL by far is Jalen Hurts.
Lamar Jackson is the most fucking
2
overrated.
MVPs say differently.
What has he done besides regular season? He's never done any. Oh, Lamar Jackson is such an elite quarterback. Can't fucking win in the playoffs. Has 9 all-pro players on his team one year and can't do anything. That's better teams than what guys like Jalen Hurts are playing with. Patty Mahomes are playing with. Fucking Joe Burrow's getting, dude. You got
Dan
9
Marino
all-pros.
is a Hall of Famer and never won a Super Bowl. It don't matter, dude. Dan Marino is a better quarterback than
none of these quarterbacks.
Eli Manning.
None of these quarterbacks now are slinging it like Dan Marino was fucking slinging the ball.
Lamar Jackson is way better than him.
He's overrated.
Without a doubt.
Jalen Hurts is a winner. It doesn't fucking matter. He's a winner. You could say
he's on the best team in the NFL. He is modern day Trent Dilfer who can run.
This is the best team in the NFL.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. One of the best teams in the NFL.
Okay, now
defensively.
Now you're changing it up. You said the best.
You're talking
now
about
you're saying one of the best. Which one is it?
Oh, 100%. 100%. Defensively, you have a terrible head coach. Nick Sirianni is a terrible head coach.
I hope we fire
him. You should fire him.
We did it to Dougie P, so we should do it to Nick Sirianni.
No, you should. Nick Sirianni's a dumbass. You have one of the best running backs in the league. You have a top 5 offensive line.
Not this year. Not this year. Our offensive line is not that top.
You have a top 5 receiving duo.
Okay.
A.J. Brown is very good. Devontae Smith is very underrated, and I almost think Devontae Smith is almost better than A.J. Brown in a lot of facets. Like, once I see Devontae Smith make some of these catches, I'm like, wow.
The only thing this year is our line is not top 5 this year. Our line has been horrendous.
Injuries, Skinny. On paper, it's a top 5 offensive line. Like, Jalen Hurts is so overrated. Since you guys have struggled with injuries and so he won 1 Super Bowl, Skinny. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl.
Carried by certain aspects of their team. Jalen Hurts was not carried in a Super Bowl.
He was carried to the Super Bowl, and he had the easiest matchup in the world because 100%. He didn't have to do anything, dude. The defense scored as many points as we literally looked at that. The defense and the kicker scored as many points as the Chiefs scored in that Super Bowl.
So J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings 31-0 against the Commanders doesn't nothing was good about your offense. Didn't matter because your defense shut out the Commanders. You could have kicked 3 points and won the game. It's not how it works.
You didn't see JJ McCarthy coaching up the defense on the sideline,
how it
Skinny. He
fucking
does it
works.
all, dude. He does it all. Overrated, overhyped.
Jalen Hurts is not overrated. Was Justin Herbert overrated when he threw 4 picks in a playoff game? No.
Never had the team. Never had the team the Eagles have had.
Dude, he was throwing to some pretty good fucking talent, I'd like to think.
Who was that good then? Keenan Allen?
Yeah.
That's one lonely man, dude.
They've
Who else is that good, Skinny? You're telling me right now that peak AJ Brown and peak Keenan Allen, who's better?
I'm saying on paper, Justin Herbert has had some pretty good teams on the Chargers. If you're going to say on paper,
nowhere near the teams that the Eagles have. Nowhere near.
Yeah,
the
but
teams
again,
that Jalen
it's not
Hurts
about. But you say it's on paper. On paper, the Eagles' offensive line is a top 5 offensive line, but it hasn't played like a top 5 offensive line. It's not
They've been
like,
hurt a little bit this year.
It's not playing like
but
a top.
Still.
The Chargers' defense had Derwin James, Bosa, Mack. Like, you're looking at name top guys at their positions, and they were their ass.
You're right. They do have some of those players, or did have some of those players, but offensively, they never had the firepower that the Eagles had.
Yeah, because I'm saying Justin Herbert can throw the ball. I would say Justin Herbert is better than Jalen Hurts. Yes, but Jalen Hurts I wouldn't say is overrated.
Oh, 100%.
I think the thing with Jalen, and probably the question to pose to you guys is like, you see this year, like, offensive line isn't very good, run game isn't very good. I mean, on paper, top 5 defense. What for Jalen though? Like, what do you think is too much to put on his plate? I've seen a lot of stuff, and I think a lot of it is harsh. Where, especially after this last game, people are saying he's Justin Fields surrounded by Ferraris.
No.
And when you have him when you have him throw 40 times is where things go south. Where if you're better able to manage his throws is where he really excels. What do you guys think? Like,
he has a winning record throwing the ball more than 30 or plus times. There's some whatever it was. I think it comes down to offensive schemes. Like, that's the biggest, huge thing. We've had a new offense coordinator every year, and tell me, okay, let's probably example C.J. Stroud offensively. His offensive line's ass. C.J. Stroud was good. How has he been playing with a bad offensive line? Patrick Mahomes lost a Super Bowl because of a bad offensive line. Didn't defeat. Patrick Mahomes is good. Patrick Mahomes is probably the best quarterback in the league, arguably. But his offensive line, not having an offensive line playing at the capacity that they can play at, has a huge difference. It's going to impact any quarterback. It doesn't matter if you're J.J. McCarthy, who has his offensive line's healthier now, is able to have some time, able to make plays. Earlier in the season wasn't the fucking case.
Dude,
offensive
I just
line,
can't get over. Jalen Hurts is Justin Fields surrounded by Ferraris. I'm going to keep that forever. Thank you for bringing that to us, Chris. That's hilarious. Because you want to know what, Skinny? God damn it, what?
All right.
No, we're not done yet, Skinny.
I did see this stat, and I know it varies every league, but Daniel Jones had more fantasy points than Jalen Hurts did this last week.
Yeah, I think Jalen Hurts had like -1. It happened.
And he exploded his Achilles.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. All right, guys. One bad game. All right, one bad, terrible game. Let's relax. Everybody gets one or so, right?
But Chris, I'm gonna have to ask you on the podcast. Don't ever disrespect Jalen or Justin Fields like that again. All right, never compare him to how shitty Jalen Hurts is, dude. I love Justin Fields. I always have, always will. Won a fantasy championship with him.
You probably more loved him because when he played for the Bears, the Vikings would kick the shit out of the Bears twice a year because the guy was a running back.
And Marcus bases all of his, besides Jalen Hurts for some reason, everything, and J.J. McCarthy, everything that he loves about a player only strictly comes from his fantasy value. he will fucking. He loves Justin Fields because of
which
fantasy.
is a slippery slope because there's so much more to actually winning games and what shows up on the score sheet.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan. I don't plan on winning any games because it doesn't matter if we win games, we lose games. Like, we're never going to make the Super Bowl. We're just not those guys, pal. So, you know what? I like to make money. So I'll make
Oh,
money
yeah.
off my
He,
fantasy.
like literally, he's like, man, I don't like so and so. He only gets like
He got me 2
catches.
points last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how he is. He fucking judges solely on fantasy. Justin Fields is like my favorite quarterback. Why? Oh, he got me 30 points in fantasy this week, and he keeps doing it every week. Even though the dude will throw for 45 yards in a total game, and he's like, "Oh, Justin Fields is fine. He's a good quarterback."
Dude, why are the Jets? Yeah, dude. Here's the thing, though, dude. That's 3 more touchdowns than Jalen. Jalen Hurts had this week, dude.
Christ. All right, moving on. I'm done with the Jalen Hurts talk. We get it. We good.
Well,
Everybody.
Last thing I was going to say, and it's not a negative on him. I think people nowadays are so like, you go back to the Bears-Eagles game, and it was like the second drive, and the Eagles were booing. The Eagles fans, were booing the Eagles, and it's like people are so fast, like just to hit the panic button. This is the hardest league to win in, and you lose 2-3 games in a row, and it's like, all right, season's over. Like,
yeah, we're still a game and a half up in the division. Like, the other one too is
Eagles will be fine. An elite defense. I mean,
a part of me wants us to lose, so we fire Nick Sirianni, Kevin Patillo. But of course, I want to see my team win, right? Like, I want to see it. But if we lose and it doesn't work, we might lose what we have.
True.
Yeah. Last thing I do want to say, again, Jalen Hurts sees something, calls it, dials it up. We make a big deep pass to Devontae Smith for a touchdown. It's not like he's incompetent. All right. Lastly, since you are a Bears fan, Bears 21, Packers 28. They couldn't run for 255 yards between the two running backs and put up 285 yards rushing that game. And Caleb Williams, again, that play that he threw the pick, very questionable, but like, allegedly DJ Moore was wide open. I don't know. It's hard to, you're rolling to your left. It's hard to see that coming from your backside.
I hated that play call. I think it was the one that worked against Philly. Terrible throw. He came out in the presser afterwards, and he said he tried to get it up to him, and it was nowhere close enough. Yeah. I think I'll say that was probably the worst first half I can remember in the last 5 years from a quarterback, where we're talking about in our group chats where it's like, holy shit, this is bad. You see, I mean, overall though, like, Bears coming out of it, I mean, Marcus, we talked about it. I didn't think they're going to win. They were 6.5 point underdogs. It looked like it had been a lot worse first half. You can't win those games though once it comes down to it, when your quarterback has 12 yards in the first half. I think you make the adjustments. That I feel like, Marcus, you disagree with me there, but I think when we talked about Green Bay's defense, that's an elite defense. They kicked the shit out of the Bears O-line, which manhandled the Eagles the week before. I mean, you're going to play in the probably top 3 toughest places to play. For them to come back and make it a good football game, obviously for me, the ending sucked. Accuracy for Justin Fields. They looked a lot like Justin Fields in the first half, but accuracy was an issue. I think at one point he was 2 for 14 with 12 yards. You can't have that. I mean, that was brutal, and I think a lot of it comes down. There was some decision making in the second half, going down too early. You've got the chance to get an extra 2 yards. You go out of bounds, you throw it away. Green Bay's good. Like,
yeah, the thing that shocked me with Caleb Williams on that play though was they've ran that, like, the bootleg play quite a bit on, like, those short 4th and 1, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 4 2s, and I think Caleb Williams could have just scrambled and got the first down. I don't think
that's what I'm saying. That was the exact one.
He didn't.
You had 42 seconds, 2 timeouts. I think that was 3rd and 2 or something like that. Maybe 2nd and whatever it was. Like, get the 3 yards, get the first down, go out of bounds, and you reset things. You try to force the ball. The no chance no matter who's making that throw with the window he had that anybody's catching that. But I think it's just like when he needed to, he made the plays he needed to. But I mean, that first half that was brutal. I mean, I'm going into it thinking they're going to be down 21-3, either going into half or coming out after the first drive from Green Bay getting the ball after half.
Well, to be fair to Caleb Williams, he's only my second least favorite quarterback in the NFL, behind Jalen Hurts. So that's good for him.
But you told me the reasons you don't like him, and I don't think that. I think that's the forced hate for someone in his second year.
You know what? I do. I don't like him. I don't like the fingernails, and I don't like his attitude coming into the draft. But
that's fine. But
he is highly inaccurate. He has a great head coach behind him and a great great offensive line this year and run game. And defenses look pretty good. I'd say you guys aren't maybe at that elite level, but you guys are at least above average, I'd say. I think
what side? What are you talking about? What side of the ball?
Defense.
I mean, the injuries have been a thing, but we talked about this. I mean, I don't think injuries are an excuse. Everybody's hurt. Everybody's down 3-4 starters on defense, or if not, losing 2 guys, 3 guys on offense. I think the biggest drawback to the defense is the lack of pass rush. I mean, the D line is atrocious. I mean,
But Sweat hasn't been doing it good this year. I thought he was good a couple years ago.
No, he still is. But outside of him, outside of somebody named Montez Sweat, there's 0 guys in the D line. Even though, I mean, the one big play that comes to mind is it was 3rd and 3. Bears had a chance to stop the Packers to have them kick a field goal. You got 3 guys, Montez being one of them, to stuff Josh Jacobs. They all miss, and he runs for that 15 yards, gets the first down. They go down and end up scoring. But I mean, you put anybody back there with no pass rush, you got all day. They're gonna look like an elite quarterback. Obviously, I think Jordan Love is above that, anyways. Like he's not average; he's above average. But yeah, and so obviously the accuracy is an issue. It's something to it. The overall thing too with the Bears is I think there's so much hate for a team that had 0 expectations. I mean, you go through all the preseason rankings, everybody had them finishing dead last by a long shot in the North, and now all of a sudden they're 9-4, and have a pretty good chance to make the playoffs. I mean, there's still a possibility they miss, which would be very Bears of them. But then it comes into play. Well, they didn't play anybody good, and blah blah blah. And I mean, the whole thing is you don't pick your schedule, you don't apologize for wins. Nope. So, I mean, Marcus, we talked about it too. I asked you what would it be for you to be feeling more confident in JJ, and what you said. Well, go out and beat the Commanders. They did that, but I mean, the Bears played the Commanders, and with Jaden Daniels in the lineup in Washington, and still that was thrown away. Well, they didn't play anybody good. Well, it's hard to win. It's hard to win on the road. So
I think right now we're at 2 different spots with our quarterbacks. Like I'm grasping on any straw that JJ McCarthy isn't the biggest bust in NFL history. I just think that when you look at Caleb Williams, right now, in my opinion, he's a bust for what he was supposed to be. He's not a bad player, but he was supposed to be generational.
And yeah, we can
generational.
Talk about this more. So to me, that is. So first off, I asked you this question over the weekend or Friday, whenever that was, is go through each of the major sports and how many of them who are labeled as generational talents from day one went on to do what they said they were going to do without 2-3 years of warm up. I mean, it's one hand going back 15, 20 years that these guys who came out were generational and did what they were supposed to do.
I don't disagree. Like, I'm not going to sit there and
disagree. I just think using that word bust is is very, very, very early. I think you look back, he comes into, I would say, the Bears last year. I mean, my entire life, like almost 30 years, have been a dumpster fire. Even though they were good, they were terrible. He comes in, and you go through 3 head coaches or 3 play callers in the first year of your career. And this is the other part is, yes, he came in and the whole thing was, well, he's coming to the best situation of all time, which is true. I think the caveat there is you can have, and this is, again, Mark, so we talked about, I think there's 3 phases. This is kind of what's going on with the Eagles as well, is on paper, elite offense, elite defense, and the thing missing there is play calling. Play calling is extraordinary to succeed. Eagles somehow all have all those things except the play calling. Take away that, and you become average. I think you've seen the progression with a guy like Ben, who can really, really help the progression of Caleb. Obviously, you want to see it more than going into year 2, but I mean, they're 9-4. Again, there's 0 expectations trying to be good, and some of the throws and some of the plays he's making is, I mean, it's, to me, I'm a lot more confident than I was last year. I'll say that. Last year, I think a lot of people in Chicago were questioning.
Oh, I would imagine. I will say about Caleb Williams is he has moments where you can see some sort of greatness from him. It's kind of like what I was talking about with JJ McCarthy, but I mean, he has obviously more time and more great moments, but you'll see it. But he hasn't really beat up on anyone legit, in my opinion. Like, you guys beat the Eagles, which is a big win. It's a huge win for the Bears. Like, that's probably, probably in, I don't know, the last 5 years, one of the biggest wins I can ever remember the Bears having. Like, they'll beat up on soft teams or maybe win or lose against soft teams, but I don't ever remember the Bears beating like a Philadelphia, like a Kansas City, somewhere it's like, okay, that's an impressive win for you guys. Similar with the Vikings. I mean, Vikings always lose the big games they're supposed to win, or the tough matchups, they don't always do it. With Caleb, it's just inconsistency is what it is.
Well, like, for sure. But I think, too, you got to look at it. I think you're looking at it they haven't beaten anybody, things like that. The Bears were favored one time throughout this entire year to win a game. So you got to see what that says. Even when they're winning
against
games,
Minnesota.
No, week 1 they were underdogs. I think it was Cincy. Cincy was the only game all year that they were coming into. They were favored.
I'm just kind of crazy.
So I think that's something you got to look at with expectations of them not beating anybody. The expectations are so low, you can't go in and win and then say they haven't beat anybody when they were a touchdown underdog. Like, to me, it's such a cop out to say, well, they haven't beat anybody. You think we wouldn't want to go out and play like the Saints
true contenders? Like, okay, we also beat the Bengals. That's not without Joe Burrow, that's not really anything crazy. Like, Jaden Daniels and the Commanders, it is crazy for what they were doing last year, but this year it's been a dumpster fire. Like, the Eagles, even though they've lost 3 in a row, like, I would consider that a pretty hard matchup. I would say the Eagles, the Bills, the Patriots probably right now, some of these more premier teams, the Chiefs, well, not really the Chiefs this year, but some of these premier teams, like, it's any given Sunday. Like, NFL talent is a lot closer than any other league. Like, it is close, and it is any given Sunday. I would just say, like, the Eagles, why'd you guys beat the Eagles? Your defense played really well, and you had a really good run game. Caleb Williams didn't come out and pass that game. Like, he didn't get you that win. He didn't hurt it. He wasn't the one. He didn't throw 5 picks, but I just think, like, it is a team game, but you have teams like the Bengals who literally, like, the reason the Bengals win is solely on Joe Burrow.
Oh, really?
Like, Joe Burrow is that offense.
Weren't they winning games with Joe Flacco?
Yes, and their offense was the number 1 in the league for that 3-week stretch.
Wow. Joe Burrow's winning them games, but a backup, like, I want to say, though, with Caleb Williams, you have to put in perspective, too, is he's had 3 offensive coordinators in 2 years. Could say 4 because Ben Johnson's the offensive coordinator. You know, he has an offensive coordinator with him, but he's calling the plays. It's his scheme. So that has an impact. Quarterbacks don't just, it's rosemary and rainbows right away.
Because he had 3 offensive coordinators since last year was his rookie year. They fired one halfway through.
They fired a guy halfway through the season. And
we fired Waldron about week 6, and then you interim, and then they changed the play calling again, and now Ben is borderline 3/4.
Yeah, because
and I think too, it's just you go back to that question of like, and I know it's different too, the expectations, and there isn't any like a Josh Allen like top 5 easily in the NFL right now in terms of like just quarterback skill. He wasn't someone that came on day one and was just like lighting it up. I mean, better coaching staff, better situation. By
the way, gentlemen, the Bengals were 1-4 with Joe Flacco. So,
but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the points and the offense putting up. Yeah. When the Bears played the Bengals, I mean, we were out 0 starting cornerbacks. We were down 2 linebackers. Like that, I mean, shitty team or not, they're playing against. They didn't just lay over and lay down. They put up whatever that was, 47 points on the road. Like
that was a crazy game. That's also the worst defense in the league. But it was a crazy game. Like that was, and I did not expect like that many points at the end of the games. What was Joe Burrow's record this year?
He'd be, if Joe Flacco's 1-5. They've won 4 games, so he'd be like 3 because Jake Browning played 2.
He's 1-1.
Yeah, played.
They beat the Ravens, and they lost last week.
He played more than that. He was 2-0. Started out.
So he's 2-1.
Yeah.
He's only played 3 games.
Yeah.
No, he lost last week. He's played 4 games. 2-2, 3-1. Because he beat the first 2 games, I think.
Looking. Just give me. He's 3-1. Yeah, 3-1 this year.
But I mean, without a doubt, Joe Flacco has played well. But
he beat Cleveland, Jacksonville, and then Baltimore. So I mean,
2 divisional. Jacksonville's decent. Actually, Trevor Lawrence played a lot better. Since I've talked a lot of shit about him.
They weren't looking good. They weren't like great early on.
I mean, that's another guy too. Like he didn't get nearly as much hate that Caleb got.
No, and he deserves it. He deserves it. Like Trevor Lawrence,
I would say, and a lot of it too is recency bias because I think Caleb had the most hype since Trevor, and I think then everybody's hatred turned towards Caleb because the fingernails, the personality, and everything comes with it, and not playing great. But
going to Chicago, like that's a hard place to be in.
The other one too is Trevor Lawrence by year 2 was like
showed it.
Yeah, like he was
more,
in Pro Bowl conversations, was in top. Like I'm just looking here. I mean, he was top 10 MVP voting. He was number 7. Was a comeback player. Was it comeback player of the year? I don't know. Yes, but threw for over 4,000 yards, had a pretty decent touchdown to interceptor ratio. I think Trevor Lawrence has the skill, but it's always been with Trevor Lawrence is he doesn't show up when he needs to. Like the games that he absolutely needs to, or like big games, he's non-existent. Like that's where the Trevor Lawrence. I love Trevor Lawrence, but that's where the thing always pissed me off is where the fuck are you at when you need to win a division game to win the division or make the playoffs or in the playoffs when he was. I guess they did fucking come back and
they beat the Chargers too.
Yeah, but yeah, like Trevor Lawrence for me, it's always been he's inconsistent, but it's just never in the moments that you truly need him. Game-winning drives, stuff like that. I just feel like it's always coming up short because he just doesn't do what he needs to do for what he was picked at. Nope, doesn't even have a winning record as a starting quarterback. Like that's insane to me.
I was always a Justin Fields guy too, and I felt like with what you guys did, built that team around Justin Fields. Now, granted, a couple years, and here's the thing, Steelers Justin Fields didn't look bad. You get him on the Jets, which are a poverty franchise, if we're talking about you need team around you, like I'm not saying Justin Fields is Joe Burrow
Well,
or
okay,
Patrick
so I
Mahomes,
think
but
with him on Pittsburgh, he had like 2 really good games to start the year, and then he became Justin Fields, where you take away his legs and he is useless. Like
fair.
I mean, even the start of this year, the first 2 games of the playing with the Jets, he looked. I mean, with you and your fantasy points, he was probably up there in top 5 in fantasy scoring for quarterbacks. Because first week
I'm
he had like
ready,
3
Russ.
rushing touchdowns, and
I
ended up
beat
losing the
Skinny
game.
because of it. Like a close game, and it was like garbage time. Like he throws it to Garrett Wilson, they pitch it, and like or no, he throws someone. Garrett Wilson gets it and like takes it for like 20 yards. I beat Skinny by like .2 fantasy points. I love Justin Fields, dude. Like he's never going to be a starter in the NFL again, and he shouldn't be the starter in the NFL.
Maybe
But
I think
I
the
look at him,
Vikings should sign him. That'd be awesome.
dude. Fuck yeah, you're thinking, man, dude.
Yeah,
Let's get Justin Fields and Anthony Richardson.
there you go. You just fixed the Vikings.
KOC will make him great, dude, and you're gonna regret it because he's gonna at least run for 200 yards on you guys.
All right, that's fine. Let him.
All right. Moving on, Chris. You're a Bears fan. We talked about the Bears. This is the moment of just about you. Where's your football background? How'd you become a Bears fan? Clearly, you're a hockey fan if you want to talk about that too. But football. Where'd the love for football come from? Football history, and how'd you become a Bears fan?
Yeah, so I mean, unfortunately, I became a Bears fan. I mean, I've known nothing but misery my entire life, nothing but pain and suffering. So I'm initially from Chicago suburb, Chicago area. So really just kind of inherited from my dad. And I guess I would say the rest is history, but it's not been good history. It's been rough. So when there's excitement there like there is now, even a glimpse of it, I think we react very either one way, positive or negative, and that's kind of what we're seeing now. But yeah, I'm almost 30, so my entire life, or at least when I really started following football, it's been more downs than ups, unfortunately.
Preach, brother.
Man, I'm glad that I didn't follow in my dad's footsteps to be a Raiders fan. I'd be miserable too.
Yeah, there's a lot of those that I
family,
expect Raiders fans, but
that family one. I'm glad I branched out. I was like, I can't do that. I'm gonna branch out.
Yeah, I mean, for me, there's no other option. You can't be a Vikings fan.
Oh, yeah.
You can't be God forbid, you become a Packers fan. Like,
oh yeah, living in Chicago for sure. That'd be.
Yeah, I mean, at least too. There's a lot of people that, and these are the people I hate, is especially living in Chicago or like suburbs. They'd be a Packers fan. They'd be a Yankees fan, and then a Lakers fan, and it's like you gotta stick with your teams. You don't have your backup teams you're rooting for. That's another thing too.
Take notes,
you're
Marcus, you son of a bitch.
yeah.
I'm a huge Patriots fan. Go fuck yourself.
You're a Patriots fan. You're a fan of wherever Justin Fields is playing.
That's true, dude.
So yeah, I mean, at least hopefully when they're good, that it's never a team that's going to be called bandwagoning the Bears, and that'd be pathetic. But it's the life I chose.
You play football?
Yeah. Yep. So I played up until all the way through high school. Played center, just O-line really for my entire life.
Yeah.
And then kind of lost interest up through high school.
Yeah, I stopped playing.
Same thing with Skinny, dude.
Yeah, I stopped playing in high school. I did cross country instead, just to piss off the coaches. Dude, they were so irate, so fucking pissed.
I bet they were, dude.
Dude, it was so fun. It was so fun to see their faces.
I don't think there'd be anything more ridiculous than seeing you at cross country practice. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, I could run a mean 5K, all right? It wasn't too bad. Never got laughs. So, dude, it was always funny too because I was the biggest dude, 6'2", 200.
Well, yeah, dude.
At that point, yeah, Chicago for sure. Being in Iowa, being here, you kind of just don't really have teams. You get to just choose. You do whatever. We'll take whatever. While being in Chicago,
Yeah,
you probably
for
should be
sure.
a Bulls fan. Probably should be a Blackhawks fan. Probably.
I mean, every sport too had it. I mean, obviously the Cubs were the Cubs, and I mean, my first sports love is hockey and just the Blackhawks. So I knew more the Hawks of just years of pain with them. Early 2000s. I mean, we'd go to the United Center and there'd be probably 2,000 people in the building that holds 25,000. So that was, I think, really what sparked my love for Chicago sports. I mean, even up until since I really started following, up until 2008 when things started to get better with the 2 high draft picks, and then they ended up winning in 2010, 13, 15, and then since then it's been I mean, nothing but pain there too. I mean, since the Cubs won, kind of highs and lows there, but I mean, that's Chicago sports in a nutshell.
Got you to leave Chicago? What
School.
School? What's
Yeah, so came out here and ended up meeting my now wife, and then before that, plan was to kind of move back with family, and then life got in the way and ended up staying here.
Did you go to Iowa?
Iowa State.
Oh, I was gonna say, because doesn't Iowa with Chicago residents have like a in-state tuition thing? Like, I could have swore something like that was going on.
Yeah, so they ended up getting rid of that. At least when I started, I was kind of like grandfathered in.
Dang.
But it was for certain, like you have to be eligible. So like my dad, he was in the Air Force, so they did it where if you're out of state student, but your immediate family were served the military, you get in state. So that's kind of where I landed going to Iowa State.
Yeah, I knew one of my buddies went to Iowa, and a lot of the people he was friends with or made friends with were from Chicago because they got that in-state tuition at Iowa.
A lot of people there because of that. Yeah.
Iowa State's not a bad school. I signed up for classes and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this. Went to Upper Iowa instead. Went to a private college, did online. I was like, I'm not fucking showing up to 300-person classes and shit like that. Like, fuck that. I'm not gonna go to school.
Skinny, you literally would not have made it, dude. You would have drunk yourself to death.
I had a full ride to go to Iowa State, and I said no because I knew I wouldn't have made it through college because of it. Like, it would have been so bad. Financially, I'm a fucking idiot, but I would have fucked myself. So, with football, with every guest, we ask this question. You get 10 rush attempts in the NFL. You get your offensive line is, what was it, the 2023 Eagles offensive line or 2022 Eagles, like when they were fucking good, and then the defense is like I mean, fuck it, this rate you could just say this year's Eagles or last year's Eagles, but we did the 49ers back in like 2022, the same time frame when they were that time. You get 10 rush attempts. How many yards are you getting in 10 rush attempts?
Minus 5 yards.
It's a solid answer.
I think I've seen this, people get asked this question and they say some ridiculous number. The sheer size of these defensive players and how fast they are, there's no chance. Like, even I would say at my peak physical form, like early 20s, oh my gosh, no way. Like, there's no chance I'm even getting a yard. I think they're just so big. Like, you go to a game and you see these guys in person, field level, they are not normal humans. And like, I think I wouldn't even get to 10 rushes. I think I get hit first time and I'm like, can of corn, Diet Coke, get me off this field. I'm like I'm dead. I'm done. Like, I don't know how some of these guys, you see it. Like, I mean, the Bears fan, like Manung guy this year, he's like 5'8". So I've got 3 inches on him and probably 40 pounds. This guy is running through these guys. I would get hit once and just be like, take me off on a stretcher. Like, I'm never playing again. They're doing it in the freezing cold. I'll go negative yards.
I think he's the first person that ever said negative. Usually somebody says at least a yard, or Marcus I can get 2 or 3 yards of carry. And...
Absolutely not. Nope. I don't have the skills to read the defense, read the holes where they can open up, and dude, I'm not fast enough. So
I'm a big guy. Like, I'm 6'2", currently at like 320, and if I saw Fred Warner across from me, I'd lay down. I don't care how big
I'd
I
run the
am.
other way.
Yeah, like I'm done. I think realistically, if injuries weren't a thing, and I truly tried and I was in my more peak health, I think just because of my size, I might be able to like fall for a yard every now and then, but I'm probably going backwards every time. Marcus thinks he's average fucking like 2 or 3 yards a carry, which is bullshit.
Yeah,
That's
right, dude.
absurd. That's like
Dude,
third
peak,
string running back
peak
type
me.
numbers.
Dude, I'm lowering my shoulder. No injuries on, dude. You got to leave it all on the field, dude.
Oh, okay. I mean,
2 yards, dude, a carry. You can do that. You can do that.
2 yards.
good
could
day
have-
for me. I would say I'm getting 0. Like,
You would need the Eagles' offensive line where Saquon wasn't getting touched for 9 yards downfield type
Oh.
blocking to be going on.
That's fine, dude. I'm gonna run right behind Jason Kelsey, dude, for 2 yards every fucking play.
Who's your all-time favorite Bear and who's your least all-time favorite Bear?
ooh, least favorite, probably. I mean, there's a bunch. Chris Conte, the safety. And then he goes to New England, wins the Super Bowl for doing nothing. All-time favorite. I mean, that's a tough one. I mean, the cop out would probably be Devin Hester. He was one of the guys that really made Bears football exciting. I mean, that was the days 0 offense. I mean, you've got Rex Grossman and someone who's wouldn't even make the 52-man roster nowadays a quarterback. Good, I mean, great defenses, but I mean, Hester's up there. Or Urlacher's another one. I think a really underrated guy. Lance Briggs. He was fun to watch.
Ooh, yeah.
Kind of the yin and yang there. I mean, there's a bunch.
The Long brother.
Kyle Long, he was great.
Left in one.
I've actually got his. I've got a whole football case upstairs with some of his gloves and some other guys. I got actually a Hester glove as well up there too. Few offensive line guys. So yeah, I mean, Kyle Long, he was awesome to watch. Undersized guy, I mean, relatively for the position, but he was, I mean, still as a Bears guy. Those are cool to see when they step away from the game. Is that they're still fans of a like, for the most part, I would say, a poverty franchise. I mean, I don't think they're talked about enough in that category, even though I think they realistically are, at least until things turn around with Kevin Warren and Ben Johnson and Poles. So I don't know. I mean, I think it's more exciting looking forward than it was a few years ago, to say that for sure.
Johnny Knox, all-time favorite Bear.
Yeah, he was good to watch until he turned him into a pretzel, reaching for that or diving for that ball.
Dude,
Watch that game, dude.
Oh, that tackle. I still watch a video every now and then, and I'm just like, man.
Yeah, another one I would probably throw in there. I think he was not a huge part with Thomas Jones. He was fun to watch. Him and Cedric Benson when they were him and Cedric Benson, RIP. When they were together, that was fun.
Dude, I love Matt Forte. That dude.
Yes, he was. I mean, overall, when he played, he was severely underrated. You look at his stats now, you watch his highlights. He'd probably be up there. I mean, it was short, small sample size, but I mean, Alshon Jeffrey and Brandon Marshall and Cutler, that was fun to watch for a few years, and then
fucking Jay Cutler.
Things went to shit.
Dude. Jay Cutler ripping cigs, dude. I love once they make the memes of the cigarette in his mouth.
Dude, Jay Cutler being on fucking the league.
Oh yeah, dude. The league's hilarious. Dude, Jay Cutler's kind of show. Jay Cutler with his wife. I used to watch videos of him with his wife, and he's kind of like, he doesn't give a shit. They got a divorce.
No, he truly doesn't.
He's like, I don't care. I don't care.
Still getting DUIs now, and just doesn't give a shit.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Gotta love it.
Mark Sanchez, dude. You guys had the carousel of quarterbacks, once you really think about it.
Oh, you see some of these names, and it's like that the whole thing with the Browns jersey in the window, and they got the quarterbacks. There's been some names of quarterbacks that have played for the Bears, and I'll be honest, I don't remember them playing for them because it's been. I mean, they're probably the third or fourth highest in the league over the last 20 years for starting quarterbacks.
Oh yeah. I mean, Josh McCown,
like Brian Campbell, like guys like that.
Yeah.
Like it's
Matt.
you see some of these guys, and it's like, Mark Sanchez is a good one. Mark Sanchez, like
Mike Glennon.
Mike Glennon, the giraffe neck, who they signed for like $30 million a year, what it felt like at the time, and then he plays 2 games and then gets benched or hurt or a combination of both and never plays again for Chicago.
Who'd they bench him for? I remember that.
I think it was Justin.
Oh, Fields, really?
It was very close to that, where maybe that was Mark Sanchez, but they wanted to sit Justin, and the Chicago fan base was irate, like, hey, we drafted this guy, top 10 pick, put him in, and they're like, no, and he ended up going in. He had that one good year of rushing, and then it was a whole divide with the city of like build around him, and it's like, well, no, he's a running back. And there's certain things too where a lot of these guys who are scouts and who are paid for a living to evaluate quarterbacks, like, they're not wrong when, like, there's a reason a guy like that fell so much in the draft, where you go from top 2-3 picks to would have been outside the top 10.
You guys could have had so many players in that draft,
dude. Holy shit! Like, wow. Caleb Williams, Tyson Bagent, Trevor Siemian, Nathan Peterman, Tim Boyle, Justin Fields, Andy Dalton, Nick Foles.
I forgot about Andy Dalton.
Chase Daniels, Mitch Trubisky, Mike Lennon, Matt Barkley, Brian Hoyer.
It's absurd.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about Brian Hoyer too. It just takes me through the year. So obviously, my father-in-law AJ is a huge Bears fan, and like I've talked so much shit to him throughout the years. Like, we'd go, like, once I was in high school, I'd go watch. The year I remember was once AP ran for 2,000 yards, and we go over there, and I'd be like screaming in your face, just watching AP run through you guys, and then I don't know, some stupid shit would happen. I think you guys had Alshon Jeffrey and probably Brandon Marshall at that time, and Martellus Bennett. I don't know. You guys had some good offense then. It was really weird time for the Bears.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing too, is like people try to talk shit to Bears fans, and it's like, guys, we have been so desensitized to everything. Like, what you guys say doesn't mean anything to us, like, in general, not you guys, but like, we know we've been bad. We are bad. We know we're a joke. Like, it's not like we're out here every year, hey, this team's got the potential to win the Super Bowl. It's like even now you look at it with the expectations that they've become, going 9-4 at this point. Like, I mean, yeah, it's great to think about Super Bowl. I don't think they have anywhere near the depth to win the Super Bowl. I think I think most of us aren't delusional because we've just been so bad for so long. We expect to lose. I think it's just how we've been conditioned. Like, there's never been the other side of the rainbow other than the season ending, and then we win the offseason, and then it happened this year. Bears win the offseason, you get Ben Johnson, you start 0-2, the Lions put up 50 on you. So, like, for us, it's like, hey, we're going to have fun, and we're not going to apologize to anybody.
I feel your pain, brother. I've seen a lot of good Minnesota Viking football and a lot of really bad Minnesota Viking football.
Yeah, with that, I think the Vikings are more sad because they've had the expectations to be so good. They've had all these just elite players, elite playmakers, and never made it out of the first round. I mean, that's every sport too. I know you're not a hockey fan, but the whole, I think, city of Minneapolis, St. Paul, whatever you want to combine them into. But, I mean, the Wild and Vikings, that's been atrocious. Like, at one point, are you just going to say, I mean, they're just being content with first round or missing the playoffs or whatever it is, but not making it past that? Obviously, yes, you like to see your team in the playoffs, but if you know how it's going to end every time, it's like, what's the point? I just be insulted.
That's my complete argument. Minnesota is a weird place where, like, you win too many games to get generational talent. I mean, you can find generational talent anywhere, but
you're just good enough to stay good and not take that next step.
Yes, it's
where you have to enter that point of, okay, acknowledging you're in a rebuild. Let's hit the reset button. We're going to be in the doldrums for 5 years and then come out of it and then be a contender for 10 years. Like, I mean, hopefully that's what the Bears are. I mean, I don't know. Like,
I mean, it comes down to Caleb Williams, dude. It really does. I mean, you have the future quarterback, the future quarterback on that roster. I mean, I think it's Tyson Badgett, but I'm a little bit
say that.
I'm a little bit
No, I think it's actually Trevor. It's not either of them.
Yeah, probably.
No,
I mean,
there's a lot that needs to be cleaned up on his side, and I think Ben is the guy to do it. Like he would scare the shit out of me if he was my boss. Like you see the stuff he says in the press conferences afterwards, and then like, I mean, I don't know if you saw the whole thing with the interview. I don't know what week 3 sideline interview, or the sideline reporter was asking Ben like, hey, you guys suck right now. What are you guys gonna do? And he just looked at her and was like, wanted to punch her. Like, it's that kind of stuff where it's like, how would you? He doesn't put up with that kind of shit. Like, it's a different regime. It's a different environment. The guy's taking his shirt off to get the city of Chicago hot dogs after the Philly game. Like, there's something special about him. There's something, like, I mean, he's crazy, but we needed crazy.
The dude drinks like, what is it? The huge ass fucking like 4 espressos in his coffee. 3
he drinks enough that would probably knock out an elephant. And he's drinking 4 of the venti whatever triple.
He's learning from Campbell, I think.
Yeah. Well, then people are like,
oh,
hey,
hell yeah.
I mean, then the question is, after the Philly game, it's like, hey, who is the crazy one there? Was it Ben, or was it actually Dan? Like, this he's a borderline freak. Like, you see some of the stuff too of like, it cracks me up where he's one of those guys that he needs perfection from his guys, and if it's not there, he's going to get it. And the thing I'll say about that is, you watch some of these clips of him on the sideline of like Nashawn Wright. There's one that went viral a few weeks ago, but he has an interception and he's running it back for 30, 40 yards, and Ben is straight-faced, literally just turned and watched him run down the sideline. No excitement, no cheering. Like, he is business all the time, and it's exciting to see. Like, we've had some of these jokes of coaches. I mean, over the years, like, you got like the Mark Trestmans. You come in from the CFL, and it's like, oh wow, Bears are onto something. It's like, no, it takes 1 year for these teams to get tape on a player or a coach, and it's how do you adapt to that. And I think the thing with Ben is, I mean, he did it with Detroit at elite level for 3-4 years. And now he's coming, and you're seeing it with, I would say, less talent on up to this year, like, than the Lions on offensive line, playmakers. I mean, Jameson Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs, Montgomery, Amon-Ra, like Laporta, and then to come and do it and take a team with less talent and just less overall structure to be 9-4. Like, that's pretty cool to me, with, I think, the quarterback, which can still go up at least 10 rings of being the quarterback they need him to. So yeah, it's exciting. I mean, maybe just the delusion talking.
I mean, no, you should be excited. I mean, 10-4 for what that team was supposed to be, it is impressive.
I mean, people were saying they were going to win 3 games.
I had them going. I had them winning 7. So
yeah, and it is funny.
2 ahead of that with what, 4 weeks left. That's pretty good. Even like, nobody had playoffs in the, like,
no,
it was very clearly going to be Green Bay, Detroit, Minnesota, and then Chicago winning 4 games. Of me.
I put the Bears over the Vikings in my NFC North standings because J.J. McCarthy.
He did.
Yeah, I mean, I thought too. I mean, you got Kevin O'Connell, and like, for what he did, I mean, on paper, great offensive line, very, very tough defense. I mean, we talked about that too, Marcus, where it's like this last game against the Vikings, like, blitz, I think it was 78% of the time.
Yeah, dude.
Like, that's tough on the road. Did it again week 1. Like,
Brian Flores should be an NFL head coach, though.
I agree. I think he will be.
He is blackballed from the. I don't know. He's blackballed.
Yeah, after all
the shit with the Dolphins.
But kind of like, at the same time, he's a good ass coordinator. Just keep
Dude,
doing
he's
what
so
you
good.
do. What you
And some
fucking
guys are. That's how it
yeah.
is. It's like
Just keep doing.
Eberflus is the same.
Just keep
Like
doing what you do.
some guys are better to be the guys more behind the scenes than to have to do like when you're Ben Johnson. He calls the plays, but he's doing
What's his
so
name?
much more.
The Chargers old head coach, the defensive dude, but their defense always sucked. But as a defensive
Oh,
coordinator,
Brandon Staley.
yeah, yeah,
Staley, I think they're waiting for him.
Yeah.
Solid defensive coordinator becomes a head coach, fucking ass, fucking ass.
Dude,
So,
I just remember Eberflus. I knew that he was a dumbass once I watched the Hard Knocks with the Bears, and then like
He's
the only thing they
he's such
talked
a
about,
dweeb. Like
he is, dude. They're talking about like his girlfriend was like, he got a new haircut. He's a bad boy.
he dyed
I
his
was like,
hair.
what?
And
Yeah,
he got Invisalign, and people are like, "Oh, this guy's got aura." I'm like, "No, he's a dipshit."
yeah,
He's
dude.
such
He
a
was.
dork,
That was
like-
so stupid. I'm not gonna lie. Like usually, once you watch the Hard Knocks, you get excited about the teams. That was by far. This is not just shitting on the Bears. Like that was the worst Hard Knocks I've ever watched. Like I went in there and I was like, this team is gonna suck ass, and they did.
Yeah,
last
so
year.
well, of course, and that's because of the culture that Eberflus built. So now imagine like the stuff you guys have seen, not being a Bears fan, that would have been in that show with Ben. Like that would have been probably one of the best seasons, and we wasted on that freaking on that dork. Like
Eberflus.
like 1 year off.
I'm
There was one exciting scene in that entire series with the Bears, and it was when they brought up and redid the Bulls intro from '96 with Alan Parsons Project coming over, and it was like it was like the first episode. It's like, oh, this is gonna be good. It was the most boring season of Hard Knocks I'd ever watched, and that pains me to say. Like, it was terrible. It was miserable.
Yeah. Speaking of Hard Knocks, I'm convinced. I haven't watched the in-season one yet, but I'm convinced the whole reason why the Eagles are sucking ass, just to make me feel better, is they got to make the the NFC East piece entertaining. You got to have a client.
It usually gets you fucking like going. Like I remember the Lions one and the Cowboys one, and I remember being like, "Damn, the Lions are gonna be fucking great, dude." Damn,
The Bills one, like yeah,
the Bills one was good. Like they're usually good, and that one was like the worst one. I was like, "Holy fuck, this team is never gonna win anything."
The last year's Bengals, Ravens, Steelers. I actually started watching some of those teams' games more often because of Hard Knocks. I was like, "Ooh, I want to see how they do this week," and then. What are they going to talk about in the next episode? I haven't watched the new season yet with the NFC East, but I'm convinced
I haven't been a fan of the in-season stuff. I don't know what you guys think. I kind of liked when it was just one off-season. That was the real one.
I like last year's. I did like last year's. Last year's, I think, was fine. But that was also because I think the entertainment point of that was a tight race for those teams anyway. Like, I know they dealt with injuries, but it was a toss-up at one point. There was 3 teams that could have won the division, and it was close. So I enjoyed that.
Yes.
But and that's where I'm like, oh, that's what they need for Hard Knocks. They need the Eagles to lose some more, let the Cowboys catch up, so they can get a little. Ooh, who's gonna pull it out?
So I guess with that skinny, like something we should have talked about, because Marcus just goes straight to the hatred all the time and poking the bear. But how cool is the alliance with the Bears and the Eagles been this year leading up to the game? You kind of know what I'm talking about?
The what?
The alliance between the Bears and the Eagles up until they played each other. I don't know if you know about this. It was a huge thing. The teams were tweeting at each other. It became a huge meme between the Bears and the Eagles for the last probably 5-6 weeks. So the Eagles would play someone from the NFC North, the Eagles would win, and then vice versa. So then the Bears would play someone from the NFC East, they'd beat them, and it became all this stuff
that's funny.
Until they played, and it was like the alliance ends here, and it was the Eagles tweeting at the Bears, and they acknowledged it the whole time that they were like taking care of each other.
That's funny.
Until they
that's
played. So
funny. Like the fact
it was
that see, I'm on X a lot, but I'm surprised I never even saw that. That is funny. That'd be the fact that that you're doing that to help each other out. But Nah, shouldn't have done it. Fuck them. Shouldn't have done it. That's what cost us the game. We got too friendly with the Bears. We were too nice. No, we got our ass kicked. Couldn't stop a fucking run. But moving on, dude, this has been a long podcast. We've barely we've gotten into a lot clearly. We're gonna go to bad betting real quick. Last week we went 3-1. 3-1.
Would have went 4-0 if you would have listened to me, dude. Said take the Vikings to win.
We didn't pick that game, so it didn't fucking matter.
I told you to.
No,
dude.
but fuck you. We're 26-30, so we could bounce back and be 500 after this week. I have them here. I was doing it while we were talking. Thursday Night Football, I'm going to take the Bucks minus 4.5 against the Falcons. Drake London's out. You get Mike Evans. You get McMillan. The Bucks just lost a bad one to the Saints, division rival. Going back for another divisional game. Your Panthers are right there, so you got to pull ahead a little bit. So I think the Bucks are just going to lay the smackdown on the Falcons. Another one, I'm going to take the Panthers minus 2.5 versus the Saints. Panthers have looked good. They're trying to compete for it. Defense has been playing good. Bryce Young's looked good. Ted McMillan has looked phenomenal. And again, I just don't trust the Saints. The Saints are maybe a 1 week, every other week or something. After they beat the Bucks last week, they're going to come back down to their life this week. Packers minus 2.5 versus the Broncos. I think the Broncos offense has not been that good. I think the Packers have figured it out offensively. I guess is the best way to say it. They're going to have all their pass catchers back besides Tucker Kraft. And Jordan Love's looked good. He's looked good. He's played good. And the Broncos, their offense is just so up and down. It's wild to me how up and down they are. So we're going to take Packers 2.5. And then, because I don't think Phillip Rivers is going to play, even if he did, I'd probably still take it. I don't think this is Seahawks 13 and minus 13.5 against the Colts. I just don't fucking... No. The Seahawks are fucking hot as fuck. Balling the fuck out offensively and defensively. You're going to throw in Riley Leonard or a 44-year-old Phillip Rivers who is going to have 3 days to game plan.
Number one ranked defense. That's a nightmare scenario.
I'm going to take the Seahawks to just beat down on the Colts. So $10 pays about $111. I think that minus 13.5 is pretty solid.
JSN 2025 fantasy MVP. So
yeah. And then fantasy talk. Marcus, you're in the playoffs in, I guess, three of the
3 out of 5 leagues. 3 out of 5 leagues.
You didn't make it in the other one?
No, I got fucked. I lost to all. Dude, my team sucked. But I number 1 or number 2 seeds in those 3, I'll take it. So all first one buys.
I'm 4 for 4. Somehow we got 4 for 4.
Crazy.
The 5th, I'm 7-7 in 2 leagues. Got the 2nd seed in 1 league, and then I'm the 5th or 6th in another. So
the dynasty is gonna be a fucking that's gonna be a hard one.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of the dynasty, you were ahead of me 2 weeks ago by 100 points. Should have been a fucking cakewalk, but you were biting your nails to the fucking teeth, I guess. You beat me by 5 points and come out with the most points in that. So you enjoy your $50.
Damn right I will.
Dude, I can't believe the collapse of your team. I have won 9 games in that fucking.
I fucked up. I should have played Sam Darnold over Tyrod Taylor. I got a little spicy, got a little crazy.
Yeah, we'll see. I play your wife in my league, so I know I'm gonna lose because I can't beat women in fantasy. I'm 0-10 in my career against women in fantasy, so I'm just gonna kind of accept the fate now and just know I'm not getting top 3 in that league this year, and then hope I can win the other ones. Back to back in your league, I'm in the same situation that I was last year. Barely got in, 6 seed, 7-7. Let's see what I can pull off this year.
My cousin going 14-0 is insane.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Wow.
fucking
Yeah,
in,
14
in,
and
in
0.
an auction league too. So
That is a hard fucking league. Two quarterbacks, super flex. The quarterback I only allow 2 quarterbacks on the roster.
Oh, I like that. Because other people they load up on quarterbacks.
Fuck you, Skinny.
No,
fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Skinny.
Marcus
This
Can't
has been
stand
a debate. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris.
No,
if
people-
I have an opening, you're in. He's in, dude.
That's one of my leagues that they do that. It's so messed up. Guys will have 6 quarterbacks on their roster, and all they do is hold them, and it's so messed up.
Dude, I was trading for like
Chris is a man of culture, Skinny. He has morals, dude.
People were
unlike
drafting 3rd-string quarterbacks in those leagues. It's like, really, guys, what are we doing?
I traded like Spencer Rattler for like an RB2 type player at one point 'cause the guy.
And I was like, this is beyond corruption, dude. This is terrible.
It's collusion. The whole league's become that with these super flex teams, and
I find it bullshit though. I did that, and then I won the league. I won it last year, and then Marcus goes and changes the rule on me like that. Seems a little suspicious.
Fuck you. I do what I want.
Yeah, those leagues are always something. Like the first time I was in it, I had never done a super flex. No one told me it was super flex, and they were drafting like the first 3 rounds with nothing quarterbacks. What are you guys doing? And so I only drafted 1 quarterback, and the rest of my team was great, but the quarterbacks were putting up 60 points a week. It was
So are you a trade guy in fantasy, or you kind of just draft a team? Like, do you make a lot of trades, or how do you go about it? Because me and Skinny are pretty trade heavy people.
Not really, because to me, like the leagues I'm a commissioner in or have been, I think trades have to be really fair. Like I think a lot of times one of the parties is really taking advantage of another one, or I can't stand it when a lot of these guys will propose trades. If you're in the top, I don't know, 20% of the league, you're trading with teams who are in the bottom like 4 slots, and you're you're a bottom feeder. You're
Dude,
like
Marcus is a fucking shark. Fantasy fucking shark.
You're over.
Here's the thing, though.
Marcus and I have a rule of if we're gonna make a trade in any of our leagues,
have to go together.
We have to talk it out first, so it's fine, because the amount of times this motherfucker has sharked people or like.
Dude, I make your leagues interesting, dude. It keeps people coming. I am the people. I am the person they hate.
Marcus is a fucking shark. And then he'll call me and be like, dude, I haven't made a trade in your league all year. I need to make one. Like he's fucking scratching for it. Like, dude, I
fucking
ripping people off.
No, I actually made a really fair trade.
Not now. I mean, I don't think it should have been a trade after that week. Igbuka's been asked. Bucky Irving just came back.
I didn't trade Ibuka. Trade Ibuka. Dumbass. Dumbass.
Who'd you trade with Skyler? That was the trade that was supposed to be.
I traded Bucky Irving and Jacoby Myers for Brenton Strange and CeeDee Lamb. That's a fair trade.
Yeah, but the original trade was kind of.
He's the one that proposed it to me.
But yeah,
and you said it was fair. Everyone said it was fair. He proposed originally, and I wouldn't accept it because I don't accept trades during the week until after the game, so I know my players aren't going to get hurt or vice versa. But he proposed Bucky Irving and Ibuka for CeeDee Lamb and AJ Brown. Because before AJ Brown went off, he was kind of struggling a little bit, and Ibuka was still kind of hot-ish, so it wasn't that bad. But I have had some trades, but usually the trades are people send me a trade offer, and I'm like, I'm fucking accepting that shit. If they're dumb, dude, that's on them, not on me.
No, I see. That's where I'm even in one of my leagues here the last few weeks. There was a few of those, and I said absolutely not. Like, even if
are you a veto guy? Do you like non-negotiable? Like you shut that shit down, or do you let the league vote on it?
Well, it's a little both. I've done both. This current one is veto, but I get opinions from other guys who are in the league as well, because it just happened where they're like, "Yeah, I'm going to trade away and I don't know, they wanted a certain position or whatever it is, and they end up losing 300 points. It's like, how do you think that looks if I put that through? That kind of stuff too, where I think even if you're the beneficiary of getting a better trade, that doesn't mean it's fair. If someone proposes it to you, it's got to be fair all the way around.
Yeah,
you got to be within my rule of thumb is like 30 points. Like if you can scratch maybe a game and a half, whatever it is, then you put it through. But yeah, my pet peeve in fantasy is the people who are bottom feeding from the other teams. They're coming to you at like the water cooler at work, and they're like, "Hey man, you need this."
See,
this
the thing is though, I don't bottom feed. I don't have to do that. People come to me because they know I like to trade, and that is the truth.
We had somebody try to trade. She was second in the league. Tried to trade for Amari and Hampton for Trey Tucker, and I was like, "Shut this shit down!" Real fucking. I'm not the commissioner. Marcus is, and
I'm a never veto guy. I'm a never veto guy. Like in any trades, unless it's like pure 100% like collusion. Like I know these people are like which is hard to prove anyway. Yeah, but I leave it in my league. My league is hard to veto. Like you have to have 6 people veto that shit, and we got 6 or 7 people that veto.
But they were pissed that I got pissed off about it. I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about? And then the person in second place has the audacity to be like, because at the time I was not going to make the playoffs, and they're like, how does it impact you? You're not even going to make the playoffs. And guess what, motherfucker? I made the playoffs. All right?
So, and I think that's the beauty of all of this. I think fantasy is one of the most extraordinary inventions ever made about how serious people get about something. And it cracks me up. You think about it this, maybe I'm looking at it too plainly or too simply, but you get so worked into it, any sport, about something you have zero control over. These are grown men playing against other giants. There's so much drama involved about any sport. People are ready to fist fight. You're screaming at each other in group chats. But at the end of the day, we're all obsessed with it. It's probably $1 billion industry with betting and just on fantasy about like, and it goes back to the meme of like, you're on your couch and you're screaming that a guy sucks because he didn't get 4 extra yards against these behemoth of men. Like,
that's fucking Marcus.
Terrible.
The whole thing is fascinating. It's in the name. It's in the name too. It's fantasy. But we're obsessed with it.
Dude,
I don't think I can handle that.
Dude, you couldn't. I watch 8 games at a time, 2 TVs, literally glued to that bitch. And I'm like, oh fuck, I'm looking at my phone like, oh god, dude.
See,
Shedeur Sanders, it's like 40 points, dude.
I've learned to I set my lineup and I just fucking watch football. Like, I don't even think about if I'm watching like a Jets game and I have Breece Hall. I'm not even thinking about what he's doing. I'm just watching the game at this point. I'll go check my lineup. I'll go check my lineup later, before Sunday Night Football or something. No. But I had to get out of the.
You can't let it ruin the enjoyment of one of the best sports on the planet, where everything is just everything revolves around your fantasy team.
You just got to win like me, dude, and it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, is that why you're in 4 out of the 4 playoffs in our leagues?
Hey, number 1 or number 2 seed, that's all that matters.
Hey, I'm the number 2 seed.
My league, it sucks because this is the first time I've ever not gotten top 3 in that league. Yeah. Or no, top 2. Top 2 in that league.
People are probably shutting down your trades. That's why.
No trades. No trades were shut down this year.
Yeah, no, there was. Not for you, but there was.
I made some trades, but
hey, we made a trade. We traded Aaron Jones for Pacheco, and when they were both injured.
Yeah.
It turns out it didn't work out well for me.
We did. I'm usually pretty trade heavy, but like I said, I don't give a shit.
With these different leagues where like a husband will invite their wife in and they're trading with that kind of team, like you see that
never happens.
We do that.
We don't do that. So Brooke is in a league with me in the first year I helped her draft, and then like after that she got second place. Actually, I beat her the first year in the fantasy championship, and I could never help her again. People, she fucking made it to the championship. She can do it herself.
My wife joined our league, won back-to-back championships, and then fucking retired on me.
Both against me. Both against me.
Marcus can't beat my wife, but I can't beat women. Like it's just we're not women.
Clip that
beaters.
one. That was a good clip there.
Yeah.
Marcus can't beat women, and I can't beat women either.
Dude.
I mean, Marcus, all you need is Justin Fields. There you go.
Dude, Justin Fields won me. He won me the championship, dude. I had Justin Fields and Tom Brady as my starting quarterbacks.
You want to know the best thing ever? Marcus and I are 100% fantasy football rivals. Like it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, whatever. If we're in the same league, we 100% don't give a fuck about anybody else. It's literally just us. The best feeling in the world is being the fucking 6th seed, beating the 1 seed in a championship game in his own league. It's a fucking fantastic feeling beating Marcus in his own league in a championship game.
That was bullshit.
He was the Patriots, I was the Giants. It was great.
It was bullshit. But
Marcus can have as many rings as he wants, but he will never have the one where he beat me for it. You know, I get that every day. Every day I get to look at it. Right behind me. Right here.
You're such a piece of shit. Such a piece of shit.
Yeah, he flaunts that fucking belt. Not even his belt. Not even his belt. It's his wife's belt.
The difference is I have actually held this belt. You have never won your league. So
hey, I've held it. I had to give it to people, all right?
Yeah, you had to give it to people. Hopefully it stays in this house for another year.
Chris, are you in the playoffs in your leagues?
I am not. This is the first year. This is the worst year of fantasy football I've ever had in my life. One of my leagues, I lost my first 5 draft picks almost consecutively, and then the other one, I lost my first 3 in the first 3 weeks in one of my super flex leagues. And once you lose 2 of your 3 quarterbacks, you're done.
Worst pick this year you made?
Easily. I would say, without a doubt, Brian Thomas, scumbag.
Scumbag.
I have him in a league, but I have him in the dynasty, I guess. So
I never touch him. It's funny because I usually have like a group of players I don't touch. He's not one of them necessarily. I just never get to him. But like AJ Brown is one of those players where I don't ever want to touch AJ Brown. I don't know why, but I'm just like, I like consistency in fantasy. Like I've really, really tried to avoid the players that end up top 10, but they're like 0 points or 40 points.
I just traded for AJ Brown. I usually don't touch my own players. Like I just don't. It's not. I don't like that. I don't know. It's a weird thing for me. I just don't touch Eagles players, even though I know like Jalen Hurts is a top 5 to 10 fantasy quarterback every year. I won't draft him. I just don't trust it. But I did trade for AJ Brown this year in a dynasty. My worst draft pick probably is Alvin Kamara. I think I rely a little bit too much on him.
In a weird way, drafting your team's players, I don't know how to describe it to me. It's like too personal, where you're too connected to the team. Where then, if you have your team goes out, lays an egg, that your mood is also ruined because then your fantasy team sucks, your real team lost. So I've always tried to avoid it too. I think the only time I've really had a Bears player probably just didn't have any worth adding was Brandon Marshall on that really, really good 2-year run. Always try to stay away from that.
See, dynasty years I treat differently. I just don't give a shit. I'm like, oh, well, there's always next year in terms of like I can go and trade them or get something for them. While redraft leagues, I'm kind of stuck with you unless like maybe you do a little bit better and I can get some value out of it. But yeah, right now my league, I'm top 3 every year going into our 8th year.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to get there this year because I play your wife. Your league, I got to somehow repeat back to back, which would be fucking awesome.
If you repeat, you will be, you'll have 2 rings, but statistically you will be, I think, tied, like finish. I don't know actually how that'll work, where the finish is. You'll have 2 rings, so you'll be the best there, but interesting. I think my cousin has a good shot at it, though.
Oh, dude. Going undefeated, 100%. His team's fucking crazy. It's crazy how well he did in the auction. And then dynasty leagues, one's with defensive players, so that makes it so much different. You got 40 players.
Yeah.
One week your guy's putting up 16, next week it's 2, and then the next week it's fucking 40 because he has 8 sacks or some shit. Like,
Micah Parsons, dude, his been just running that team for me, dude. He either gets me 5 points or fucking 50 points. It's really crazy, actually.
I love fantasy, but
I do too. My
I think
favorite, dude.
four. I think four is enough. I don't think I need to go more than four.
It's after you get past 3, it gets pretty choppy. But I could do 40 easily. But five's a lot.
Well, good luck, Marcus. Chris, I can't say good luck since you didn't make any. I'm sorry.
I'll be watching from the sideline. I'll just enjoy football from this point on.
Yeah. Moving on. College pick'ems. We'll get into pick'ems. College. There's only one game. It's not a top 25 matchup, but it's the Army Navy game, so we're gonna do a pick'em for that. So, Chris, who do you think wins the Army Navy game this year?
I have no idea. I'm not a college football guy.
If you want
Never
to know,
have been.
here, let me.
Where's it at? First of all, who's home? Who's away?
Yeah, at Navy, wouldn't it be? It's Army Navy.
Yeah, but I don't think they play. Do they play at the actual field?
I don't know. You tell me, boy.
Let's see here. Navy is favored by 6.5, so Navy's favored. Let me go look at the game deets because I have no idea. Dude, what conference are they even in? Nobody fucking know.
Aren't they independent?
Oh, here they go. FBA. Let's see here. Navy's favored by 6.5. They're 9-2. Army's 6-5, and they play in Baltimore Highlands, Maryland. M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Isn't M&T the Ravens' home stadium?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, they're played in the Ravens, but Navy's favored to win.
Navy,
I'm gonna take Navy.
I will take Navy as well. Where'd Chris go?
Oh no, he got tired of you.
Yeah, he got tired of the Caleb Williams hate. Goodness. This has been a long pod, though.
It was needed.
Is it?
I don't think we've had the pod over 2 hours in a while. It's usually been like an hour and a half or so. It would take.
Yeah.
Just over 2 hours.
We should be able to fly through the rest of it, though.
Yeah, it's just pick'ems once Chris gets back. While we're waiting on him, I went 2-3 last week on college pick'ems. Marcus, you went 1-4 in college pick'ems. Austin went 4-1 because he did the opposite of us. Good job, Austin. I'm 53-30 overall. You are 47-36 overall. So.
Dang, boy, dang.
I mean, over 500. That's all that
Yeah.
matters, right? That's all we want. Over 500.
Am I crazy if JJ McCarthy has another good week? He has a fantastic fantasy playoff run. Do I start him in the playoffs?
I'm stuck between do I want to play Bo Nix or do I want to play Trevor Lawrence?
Who's Trevor play?
We'll go. Welcome back.
Oh, yeah, the Jags.
Chris, who do you think wins, Navy or Army?
Navy.
All right. Just one pick'em. All right, and then NFL pick'ems. I went 6-8 on the week. Marcus went 9-5. I'm currently 139, 69 and 1. Marcus is 132, 76 and 1. Marcus, let's get these pick'ems going.
All right. Thursday Night Football. The Atlanta Falcons take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Give me Tampa Bay.
I am also taking the Bucks. Chris, who are you going to take? You get to do your pick'ems with us. I write yours down.
Okay. Tampa.
Tampa. All right.
Tampa. Sunday, December 14th. Going to be chilly. The Cleveland Browns take on the Chicago Bears, and what did they say? -20 wind chill weather.
Yep.
Give me the Bears, dude. Ain't no way.
I think, yeah, Bears, Browns without Jerome Ford, without their center. Both cold weather teams, and I'm thinking, yeah, obviously the Bears.
Give me the Bears. As much as Myles Garrett's probably gonna get like a billion sacks and stuff, but give me the Bears.
The Ravens take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Give me Cincy. Something wrong with Lamar Jackson is not healthy, brother.
I'm taking Cincy too at home.
Make it 3. I think, yeah, that 3-headed monster is.
Well, T. Higgins might
2
be out. I think, right? He's questionable.
Yeah.
I think right now, but
2-headed. Yeah, I thought about it.
Even then, their defense is playing a lot better. At least better than what they were compared to what they.
Oh yeah, they played significantly better.
Baltimore's just something's wrong with Baltimore. I love it. Bucks, Bears, Bengals, 3 Bs right in a row. Nice. Can we keep the Bs going?
True.
No, we can't.
Chargers versus the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs.
Give me the Chiefs. Chargers are beatable. That offensive line's broken.
I'll go Chargers.
Okay.
I think they're both broken, but I think watching the Chiefs last week, there's a lot wrong there. Offensive line is even worse.
The Chiefs are on to week 15, dude. Give me the Chiefs for sure. We'll see though. That'll be hard. Divisional games are always hard to really decide who will win. The Bills take on the Patriots. Give me Buffalo. They need their revenge game. They need to take over the NFC East or AFC East.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bills. After last week's win, that defense should be feeling phenomenal, and it's the bounce back game. You don't let Drake May come into your home and do that to you, so you got to come back and do the same.
Yep.
Give me Bills. Yep.
Commanders take on the New York Giants. Give me the Giants. Jackson Dart. Better than Jalen Hurts.
I'll go Giants.
I'm gonna take the Giants. Marcus Mariota. You lose probably your most consistent, reliable pass catcher in Zach Ertz.
I will say Mariota's going to get a job next year somewhere.
Go Giants. He'll be a Viking.
Yeah, damn right he will. He'll throw for a lot of yards, score a lot of touchdowns. The Las Vegas Raiders take on the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to take the Eagles. Now, if you guys lose this game, Skinny, you might as well just... Chris, you want to do the podcast next week with me? Because Skinny might as well not show up. You might as well not show up.
Fuck off.
If the Eagles lose, yes, I would like to be... I'd like to be on that one.
Chris could become the new co-host.
Yeah. Skinny's not gonna
my Eagles.
Oh, dude, I hope they lose so bad.
Chris, are you taking the Eagles too? I guess I didn't.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. All right. Sure.
New York Jets take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Give me Saxonville.
Could be the Jags. That defense has been balling out.
Very good defense. I'll go Jags.
The Arizona Cardinals take on the Houston Texans. Another defense that has been balling the fuck out. Give me the Texans.
Give me Houston.
Houston, best defense in the league, right? Them in Seattle.
Damn right. Even though Jacoby Brissett is better than Jalen Hurts, I just don't think he's good enough to beat this defense. The Green Bay Packers take on the Denver Broncos. Give me the Pack. Go Pack.
Green Bay. Yep, Green Bay.
Give me the Packers. Marcus, I can't wait for fucking Justin Jefferson to get traded and demand a trade
Oh,
because he fucking hates Minnesota so goddamn much.
Well,
And I'm
if
gonna be
he
like,
if he gets traded, I hope he gets traded to my Patriots, and he'll be just like Randy Moss, you know. Anyway, so rude to interrupt, dude. Jalen Hurts fans, that's how they act. The Detroit Lions take on the LA Rams. Give me the Rams.
ooh, that's a good one.
this is a tough one.
There's
The
something
Pan-
wrong in Detroit.
The Panthers beat the Rams. The fucking Panthers beat the Rams. But then like Detroit looks good last week,
And then they look terrible.
and then yeah, like I'm gonna say fuck it, and I'm gonna take Detroit.
Yeah, I'll go Detroit too. I like that upset.
All right, all right. Carolina Panthers take on the New Orleans Saints. Give me the Panthers.
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 Bryce Young is also better than Jalen Hurts. The Tennessee Titans take on the San Francisco 49ers.
San Fran.
San Fran by a million. But it was kind of crazy, dude. Shadur Sanders got blown out. Well, they got blown out, and Shadur Sanders threw for like 400 yards.
384, something like that. Yeah, I'll take San Fran though.
They got
Yeah.
blown out.
They didn't get blown out.
They
It was a
lost
close
by
game,
2
but
points.
Yeah,
they shouldn't have lost the
owned,
game.
good point.
Yeah, dude. Is Shadur Sanders, is he good enough? Is he better than Jalen Hurts? I don't know, dude. Not yet. Not yet. Oh, sorry, Skinny. I had to do this to you. I've heard too much JJ McCarthy bullshit, dude. I'm just disgruntled.
I can't wait for Justin Jefferson to not go for a fucking 1,000 yards, and it's like, oh, JJ.
I told you. I said it on this
washed up.
podcast. He's not
JJ's
good.
washed up. Is he the number 1 receiver in the league anymore? Has he fallen off? Whoa. Just fucking elite receivers make sure they get their yards and catches and blah blah blah. And just fucking.
It's true.
Just go over some stupid bullshit.
Big if true. The Indianapolis Colts take on the Seattle Seahawks. Give me Seattle.
Seattle, I think, is going to win that
by
handedly.
Mucho.
And then Sunday night football. The big lights. Minnesota Vikings take on the Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas.
Give me Dallas.
Give me number 9. Give me number 9. Actually, we can lose this game. I don't care. We'll get a better draft pick, but at least JJ McCarthy, for the love of a God, at least don't throw 3 picks. That's all I need from him. If he can just not throw 3 picks and look semi-competent, I'll be happy with this game.
Go Dallas. Fuck the Cowboys though.
Wow, Skinny. We're trying to help you out, especially how bad you guys have been looking. And then Monday, December 15th, Monday Night Football. The Miami Dolphins take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. I actually think this will be kind of an interesting game because it's 2 teams that, like, Miami's kind of been low-key hot a little bit recently.
Yeah, what have they won? 4 straight? I think it's 4
Yeah.
straight they're up to.
5, I believe.
5 now? Yeah, I guess it was 4 straight coming into Jets.
Yeah, Miami's been hot, but I just feel like this is a Pittsburgh Steelers kind of night. So give me Rod.
I'll go Pittsburgh.
Probably going to be colder. Miami's
Closer
coming
than I
up to
thought,
the cold. And the Steelers, their pass game looked a lot better last week. They were getting the ball down the field, in the air.
Yeah, they looked good.
They were spreading it around. So I'm going to take the Steelers also.
Cool. And that is it.
Thanks for joining the podcast, Chris, Marcus. Good idea having them on. We always enjoy the guests. Again, sorry that I can't say good luck to you in fantasy football for anything, but enjoy watching the football, being from afar. Marcus,
I will.
Good luck. I guess you probably don't have a single game this week, so you
no
don't gotta
luck's
worry.
needed, baby.
You don't gotta worry about it. Marcus is like, well, as long as I can get third, I'll be happy.
Make that money back.
Marcus is preying on my fucking downfall right now. He's fucking.
Oh God. Every league that I can.
It's gonna be really weird when when Brooks for some reason picks up Dallas's defense and plays them against the Minnesota Vikings, and
I don't think she can do that because I think I already did that.
yeah. But yeah, we'll see. It's always the fun time. I am for certain I probably will only be in one league by the end of this week, and it's the one league I have a bye week in because I don't know how the fuck I made the playoffs in all the other 3 leagues. Thanks for joining, everybody that followed us or watched us live. Enjoy a good football week. Marcus, go fuck yourself. And follow us on Insta, Facebook, TikTok.
Anywhere you get your podcast.
Spotify, not anywhere. Fuck you. Wow, what a shocker. Marcus doesn't have a fucking